You're listening to M.T.V.B. Podcast. Movies, TV, video and board games. This show may contain swearing.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the
M.T.V.B.
podcast, a podcast that talks about my four favourite subjects. That is
movies,
TV shows,
and video games,
and board games.
I'm your host, Anthony. Blows. Most people know me as the Ant-Man, and welcome to the end of season 5. We made it! Woo!
Baby.
The last episode of season 5. Guys, thank you very much for your support as always. This episode, we would normally do a Christmas episode, but we did that with the board games this season. So we're going to end our season with the wrap-up of 2022. I'm joined around the table by the guys that love to talk about 2022. Guys, introduce yourselves around the table, please.
Hi, it's me, JK47.
Hi, it's me, Goku. Guys, got a new one. The Charm Assist.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I like it.
Hey guys, it's Gowick here, Grey Fox.
Gay Fox, nice to see you.
And Box Standard Dave.
Box Standard Dave's in the house. He's not in a better place. He's in probably the worst place he'd want to be right now.
Yeah, next to G.
Oh my God.
Next to me.
Guys,
Epic.
we did it. We made it into season 5. Well done. Thank you for doing season 5. As always, you guys are a blast. I can't do this show without you.
No, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I insist. Thank you.
No.
Love to you
thank
all.
you.
No, Dave, thank you.
Thank me. Thank me.
So yeah, we're going to do this a bit differently. So what we normally do for the next season, we normally talk about our favourite, movies, TV shows, all that sort of stuff. But fuck it, let's just do it as a wrap up for this year. So the idea of this episode, we're just going to talk quickly about our year, some of the highlights to it, and whatnot, and then we'll go into our top 3 of our movies, TV shows and video games. Obviously, a couple of episodes ago, we've done the board game slice, so we don't need to do that for this episode. So, yeah, guys, how was 2022 for you? I really shouldn't be asking you on this one, Dave. I'm sorry, but
Sit this one out.
you might want to sit this one out, mate.
Yes.
It's been quite eventful for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah?
Definitely.
But as a show, as a podcast as well, how was it for you?
Oh, mate, yeah.
Amazing.
I think the introduction of the commentary corner has been.
Yes.
I do like that.
It's like,
Hopefully we have some more of that next year.
Absolutely.
It's quite nice for me is to like watch movies that I haven't seen as well.
Yeah.
And obviously talk about it, have fun with it.
Well,
It's a
you
blast.
just watch them in silence with an open mouth, childlike awe. And then we have to go, gee, anything you want to say?
I'm like, oh yeah, this scene, yeah. No, it's just like because sometimes you're in a mood where like you want to watch films that you haven't seen, and Commentary Corner is a good chance to watch the movies that you watched, which you wouldn't sit at home and put in and watch. So that's what I meant in that way. But
And I can't believe that was all the way back in March.
Yeah.
We started that. That's crazy.
Wow.
I would never have thought that long ago.
Smashed out 13 episodes of that since then.
Jeez.
I always think it was like May time or something, but it wasn't. It was March.
That's insane.
It's also good because a lot of those films you might have watched on your own or,
Yeah.
with the missus or something, and it's nice to watch
Actually, watch it with your mates. And,
Exactly. Yeah.
and talk about how Carl Urban's a certain thing, right, John?
What? Carl Urban said.
But yeah. Did anyone have a favourite episode this year or so?
Predator.
Okay.
I really
Mad
enjoyed
Max
Predator.
Fury.
Not literally commentary corner, just like in theory. Like we had. Don't forget, we had season 4 at the beginning of the year and season 5. So
I've really liked. What was that episode? Games that you wish it was into movies.
yeah. You really did enjoy that episode. You got really into that when you did the trailers and stuff.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
did, didn't you? You did.
I even thanked Andy for letting me do this.
That's true love right there.
I was listening to that on the way back from Belfast, driving back from Belfast, and that was so fun. I was laughing.
Are you going to sit down and
You
take
sat
that
through
there?
Spectacular as well.
Because John is talking about being a well-travelled man instead of you, man.
Oh my God.
Come on, you got to one-up him now.
I think I need to.
When I was coming
must have
back
gone
from
further.
deepest, darkest Peru...
Well, hang on. You did go further than Belfast.
I did, didn't I?
Yes, both you and
Yeah.
Gay Fox went to Korea.
Went
Yeah,
to
how was it, guys?
Korea.
Right? Korea.
It was actually brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine it was. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Just-
jealous, man. So
Man,
jealous.
it was a whole
I
different
really
world,
want to
right?
go there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
I like the best sci-fi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, good
Come on.
episode.
But the movies or the TV show
TV
was?
shows.
Movies.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Was you on that episode?
Yeah.
I can't remember if you were half dead then or not.
Before the incident. Or...
Yeah, that was before the
Yeah.
incident.
So, exactly. The incident.
John likes that episode.
I like it.
It was bloody gory.
I was just about to say that.
I think that, do you know what? I think I really like that one when we
Hang on,
put John
I said
into
that
it and he
before.
didn't know about it.
Was that this year?
Yeah, that was
That
the
feels
TV
like-
theme songs.
That
Yeah.
feels like ages. I like that one as well.
I think that was the end of season 4.
And that was actually in this year.
Yeah, it was this year, yeah.
What
yeah.
episode's that?
TV theme songs, we did that.
Oh,
When we superimposed John like he was actually on the
Yeah, like I was
episode.
there. Yeah, I wasn't.
And it works so well. Come on. But yeah, we'll do a couple little facts about the podcast and then we'll go to a little quiz that I've done for you guys.
Nice.
So obviously, we gained... so the most listened episode of the whole year from season 4 and 5
Interesting, yeah.
was the movie sequels that we loved but everyone hates.
Oh, really?
Was the most
God.
listened episode this year.
That is impressive.
Yeah. I thought it would be another one, but
Do you reckon that's
apparently...
because it was controversial on
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
what we selected?
Maybe.
Or do you reckon
Who
it-
knows? But it was a good topic. You got a bit of
It
that
was
one.
really good
was,
topic.
actually. We should
The
do that
one
again.
episode that attracted a lot of listeners was Big Gal's episode, the Commentary Corner Predator, the first
wow.
episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
We gained 70% new listeners this year alone.
Lovely.
70%.
Nice.
70% discovered us in 2022.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
And
much.
we had 117% more listens than 2021.
Hey!
That's a good growth.
Nice.
So that's not too bad. It's not bad going, guys.
Countries.
We've done that in
Countries.
12 months.
That's
It's not bad.
Have you
Come
got
on.
a list of countries?
We gained 3 extra countries this year.
Oh, lovely.
interesting.
I've got them here. One
This
sec.
is your
Nice.
Pokemon. Got to catch them all, isn't it?
Is it? We got to catch them all.
Come on, guys. If you know,
Actually, that
spread
sounds
the
really
word.
bad. An Englishman saying that, doesn't it? Oh, I'm cancelled.
So we got Albania,
Oh, wow.
Albania.
South Africa,
Nice.
Nice.
and
I was going to do an accent.
Montenegro.
Oh, wow. Welcome aboard, guys.
Of all places, right?
Of all places.
Of all places.
That's incredible.
Welcome aboard.
So they're the 3 new countries that found us this year. Let's see if we can go even further.
Yes, we want to.
That's why you guys went to Korea. You went to advertise.
Yes.
A publicity tour.
We went on to
You should
So no,
take
I mean, I'm very
Stick
surprised.
them on places.
I'm very surprised about Commentary Corner because I thought it was going to be one of those things where, you know, it would be like, well, who wants to fucking listen to guys watching a movie? But I have come across a few people, mainly friends who listen to the show, that have actually watched it with a movie. With the actual film that we do.
That's
So,
wicked. That's
I'm quite chuffed with that, to be honest. I mean, some people just listen to it as background noise half the time, but the fact that they're listening, you know, I'm taking it at the end of the day. Let's take it.
Yeah, definitely.
And whoever is, obviously, of course, thank you so much for all those facts that, you know, that you made us have, you know, 117% extra listens.
I know.
Basically, no one listened to us last year, did they? So, and it couldn't be done without the audience here listening, guys. Thank you so much for your support. We
Thank
all
you.
appreciate it,
We do,
and
yeah.
you know,
Thank
we
you
hope
very
to go even further with hopefully season 6 and 7 next year.
Definitely, yes.
Providing no one's wives or ex-wife gets in the way,
And make sure there aren't any incidents.
or any other incidents where someone doesn't drive properly. So.
I'd just like to point out that wasn't me.
That wasn't.
That sounds like you're talking about me not driving properly.
He was just an innocent bystander in it all.
Do you know what? If I'd already got that comic book signed before that happened, I thought, I could have doubled the value if he died.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right?
You'll have to get
My
him to sign us
sister
now.
was heavily pregnant when that happened. And she's now had a baby. And I was like, every time I look at that baby, I was like, if I'd have died, you'd be called Dave.
Yeah, you would have been like, oh, someone died, but then someone lived. Dave went
One
into
in,
the
one
baby.
Don't say that.
No, but it sounded really wrong, didn't it? But no, obviously that incident happened, Dave. But you did have an achievement with making your own comic book this year as well.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
So hopefully we can get even more. Some point.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a lot of time in your hands to write another one.
I can do loads of time.
It's about a guy that has a car accident.
No.
crash.
I didn't have a car accident. I was in a car accident.
The thing is, that when we was at work, we found the perfect song for you.
Oh,
But I can't play it now because it's really bad about car crashes. So we'll send it to you one day and you can have a laugh of it, all right? Anyway, let's move on from the catastrophe of Dave's life and recovery. We'll go to a little quiz about 2022 facts about movies, TV shows, and video games of 2022. I've given you guys some buzzers. Obviously, we're not fighting for anything. It was just a fun, laugh, little game.
You say that, looking at me.
And then we're going to get competitive. Right, so please don't answer until you've hit that buzzer, okay? And don't shout out the answer, okay? Right. Just hit the buzzer first and we'll go to you, all right?
Right, sounds good.
So let's start with an easy one, yeah?
Let's do it.
Start with a very easy one. Right. So James Cameron returned after 13 years with which movie?
Oh, Avatar, The Way of Water.
I'll let you have it. I was waiting for someone to say Avatar 2, and I was like, no!
It's not out yet. Half the water, I was like...
Way of the Water, well done.
Way of the Samurai.
So Stranger Things Season 4 was released on the 27th of May, but what series did Disney Plus also release the same day to compete with Netflix?
Ooh.
Is it Ando?
No.
Disney released.
Mm-hmm. Disney Plus released a TV series the exact same day to compete with Netflix.
Mandalorian.
Nope.
This is Disney Plus. Oh, wait.
You've answered.
I'm trying to think.
Damn it, I know what it is.
I don't watch a lot of Disney Plus. I've got it. I don't watch a lot of it.
Can I Google it?
Dave will have to give it, I think. I reckon Dave's got it.
No. You get it?
Oh, hang on. Moon Knight?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
damn.
Nope. Give up.
Is it a fantasy
Ready?
thing?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Danced around that one with all of them, didn't you?
Yeah, you did
around the
actually.
block.
Yeah. You were in the right ballpark with Star Wars stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah.
So, obviously, what was the biggest movie of the year? Come on, go.
I know.
Right, pass it to Gokul.
Okay, can I hit the buzzer?
You can, yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Top Gun Maverick.
Was my answer.
I knew that one. Haven't seen it yet, but yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So,
Next.
Nintendo had their biggest selling game ever and was achieved in 2022. What was that game?
Splatoon?
No.
Come on.
Smash Bros. 2.
No.
Nintendo, yeah? This is interesting.
Nintendo made their biggest ever selling game that was achieved in 2022. What was that game?
What month?
No. You've answered, cunt.
Was it released in 22?
Yes, it was.
I'm not a
And it was a
Nintendo player, so I'm
Nintendo
only
game.
guessing.
Yep.
Pokemon.
Ding, ding, ding. Gotta catch 'em. Oh.
Don't know. Because I don't play Zelda.
What was it?
Pokemon.
Pokemon what?
Scarlet and Violet.
Well done. Shame you didn't get that first time, cunt.
I was confused.
Oh,
You threw me off.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What was the movie that Commentary Corner did for its first episode?
Predator.
It was Predator. Damn
Nice.
it. Can you name all the Marvel TV series released in 2022?
Oh, God, no. That's not fair. Give me some questions.
Moon Knight.
Yep.
She-Hulk.
Yep. One more. Come on. I'm going to have to pass it.
No, hold on. Oh, bastard. What was it called?
No, too late. Anyone else?
Oh, bastard.
No.
What if? I don't know.
Ms. Marvel.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, you're missing one. Hawkeye as well.
No, that was
Was it
Christmas last year.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Testing of master.
What video game, after 9 years of development, was announced again in 2022?
Dead Space.
Nope.
It's not Prince of Persia or something, is it?
Nope.
No.
Diablo 4?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Hit the button.
No, it's not that one.
I can't do it, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Tell me and I'll
Keep going if you want. I just don't let Gal keep guessing.
This is going to be wrong. Splinter Cell?
Nope.
9 years in development.
Yep. 9 years of development was re-announced this year in 2022.
Starfield.
Nope.
9 years of development.
That was 25 years of development.
Ouch.
No, give up.
Yeah.
Give up.
Dead Island 2.
Oh,
yeah.
bloody hell. Okay, yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
After 11 seasons, what was the well-known TV series that came to an end in 2022?
Better Call Saul.
No.
That was 8 seasons, by the way.
No. Big Bang Theory.
No.
Oh, damn. That was 12. That's right. Yeah. 11 seasons.
After
Come to an
11
end.
seasons, what TV series came to an end in 2022?
Walking Dead.
It was. Well done.
Hey!
Has there actually been 11 series
11
of that?
seasons.
I haven't even seen that series yet.
Can anyone name the video game that received really bad reviews that made gamers cancel their pre-orders in 2022?
Oh, pre-orders.
2022.
It's not Babylon's Fall or something like that,
Nope.
is it?
Oh, hang on.
What console?
Was it Elden Ring?
No.
What console?
It was
That
quite.
didn't have
It was
bad
quite.
reviews.
It was quite a big game. Everyone was waiting for in October, and got really bad reviews. Everyone pretty much cancelled their pre-orders for it.
Oh, it was in October.
I'm thinking of a game, but I think it was last year that happened, so I can't.
Not God of War, is it?
Nope.
I remember there being a big furore
Yeah,
over
I
some
can't
game, but
remember.
I can't think of the game.
No?
Damn
I
it.
mean, you had a conversation about it.
No?
I can't remember.
Give up?
I give up.
Gotham Knights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, serious?
I wasn't thinking of that one, but yeah. Oh,
And then last question, guys. Can anyone name the summer blockbuster movie that was panned by critics but still made $1 billion at the box office?
Jurassic Park?
Well done. Jurassic Park what?
Dominion.
yeah, I was just about to say that.
Well done, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nice little quick one there. Did you enjoy that, John?
Give me a chance. Mind you, I would have said the same thing. Anyway. What you like?
Right, so let's do our top threes. We're going to start with the video game side of it, okay? On this episode, guys, we thought we'd just do all our threes in one go per person. So when we go to that person, it will be their three down to their best one, which is number one. Who would like to go first?
I think John.
So shall I go first and we'll go around to Dave last?
go on
Yeah?
then.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah? Well, I don't know what I'll go first now, to be honest.
Oh, I've got stage
All right, okay. So my number three video game of 2022 is Horizon Forbidden West. Sorry,
Nice.
not long
waiting
just
for
finished that game. Very, very good game. I loved the first one.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get into this one because if anyone doesn't know the premise of the story, it talks about Aloy, who's like the girl that saved everyone in the first one, with robotic dinosaurs coming at them and whatnot. And pretty much due to do the same things, I need to find out that there's more about the software Gaia that we didn't know that was in the first one. So she has to go find it again, essentially. Again. This was a bit of a tough one for me. I wasn't going to put it on the list because Aloy's a bit of a cunt in in this one. She acts all smug at the beginning. It's like, look at me, I'm the saviour of this town, whatnot, sort of thing. But she grew on me quite a bit more in this one. And she got to a point where people were... Aloy, I'll join you on your journey. He's like, no, just let her go. Just let her go to her thing. Yeah. And I wasn't convinced of this game. I was going to stop it at one point until I got to a certain boss battle. And I was like, good God, how have we graphically got to something this stunning to look at? I mean, how have I gone from playing 8-bit Mario to this part where she goes against a cybernetic cobra? It is insanely crazy, that part. That. It's so good, that part. Yeah. And again, and then after that, I was just hooked like the first one was. It was just, like I said, it took me a while to get into there,
I'm waiting
but
for that one.
it definitely delivered as I thought it would, to be honest. There's a lot more to it, but I don't want to, go into it too much because someone else might have it on the list. I hope they do anyway because it's totally worth of it. That's my number three, short and sweet again, for Horizon Forbidden West. Please give it a go. If you manage to find a PlayStation 5, that is.
I'll wait for it on PC.
My number two, I'm cheating on this one because I haven't technically finished the game yet. So I'm kind of halfway through at the moment.
I've not finished any of mine.
I'm kind of halfway through.
The same as me then.
Yeah, I'm kind of halfway through at the moment. So it's going to be the very recent Callisto Protocol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really want to play that.
I friggin' love this game. I was worried because the reviews are very, very mixed. And it does have a horrible combat system that you may or may not like, which might test your limit to this actual game. But if anyone doesn't know what Callisto Protocol is, it's essentially a very well updated Dead Space, if you will.
I was just going to say.
It's done by the creators of it as well. This is one of the games I was actually looking forward to this year, and I'm glad I actually got to make the time to play it before I could do this episode. It's everything that I love. Sci-fi, horror, the graphics are stunning on this game. It runs so smoothly. I was saying to Big Gal, there is not even one scene in this game that has a loading screen. It's literally just from start to finish, seamless. You're off.
You playing on the Xbox?
Yes, of course.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, Xbox is the best. But again, if you're into that horror sci-fi stuff, I very, really highly recommend it. Again, I can't talk about it too much because I've not finished the game, but it is definitely one that I had to put on the list. And
high on my list.
Huh?
It's high on my list.
Oh, is it? So it's in your list.
No, it's not in my list. I haven't got it.
It's
to
high
play
on my
it, but
list,
I want
but not that high.
Yeah.
Are you going to play it though?
Are you going to finish it? Are you going to finish it?
Eventually, probably. Yeah.
In the next 8 years or so.
Yeah. Before the next one comes.
But I
out.
highly recommend it, Gal. You need to play it as well at some point. I know you're in and out
it's
in
the
2 months
wow.
about it, but you should really play it. It'll be really up your street. Dave, you love your Dead Space. You should definitely give it a go as well, sir.
It's next on.
I'm playing through a backlog,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I was just put off by the negative reviews.
No, I mean, I was in 2
And
months
that's
when
why
I
I
got
was
reviews.
waiting, because I was going to talk to you fellas and see what you
like
said.
I said, graphically, it's amazing. Sound effects is stunning as always, but it's literally that combat system. If you can't get to grips with that, you're not going to have a good time with this. So, fingers crossed you do, and you will have a blast with it.
Yeah, I was same as you. I saw the reviews, it panned it, but in my mind, it was already made up.
Yeah.
If I hadn't started a certain game, which is on my list, I won't mention now. I would have been playing it now. But I think I've spoke to Ant about it. We've got God of Wars, we had Horizon, but we've been craving for a Dead Space game for a long while, innit?
Absolutely, yeah.
While we're waiting for the next Dead Space.
Yeah.
game,
So I think this Callisto's gonna proper
It's gonna itch
fill
that
Yeah,
scratch,
exactly,
as they say,
100%.
isn't it? Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Feel
go.
that fucking itch.
Feel
You might want to see the pharmacist about that itch, G.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
charm assist.
Charm assist, more like.
I am here. Apply twice daily to the affected area.
help me.
But yeah, short but sweet, the Callisto Protocol, give it a go, guys, if you're into that stuff. And number one, I hope this is on everyone's list because it deserves to be Game of the Year, in my opinion. And I haven't even finished it yet, so you know what it is?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring! Of course it is. Elden Ring is obviously... I am by far not the best Born Souls player whatsoever. The only one I really got to grips with or really fucking loved was Sekiro. But as a Dark Souls or, Bloodborne player, I am totally terrible at this game. So when this game came out, I played it for the first 3 months or so. I must have got just over halfway, but... I thought, because I'm so bad at this game, I probably could have been playing this for the rest of the year to try and complete this bastard. Yeah. So I put it aside for the moment, and I obviously will come back to it at some point. But I cannot deny that this game is incredible. It deserves to be number one, or get even more players into these types of games. What more can I say about it? I mean, everyone knows what...
I think everyone else will explain what they
exactly, yeah. So I'll just get mine over and done with. Elden Ring, if you haven't played it, fucking play it. It is brilliant.
It's a good game.
Even if you don't like Dark Souls, Born Souls games, this will be a good starter, I think, personally, to get you into that franchise. And you might want to go back to Dark Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, whatnot. Give it a go, guys. Elden Ring, number one game of 2022. John, would you like to go next, or Dave, would you like to go next?
I do, John.
Okay.
Go on, John.
Go on, John.
All right, again, what's new? I haven't finished any of these games. That's fun. I like that. Yeah. Right, my number three.
Do you finish any of your games, by the way?
I have got plenty of games finished. Actually, thank you very much. My number three is Sniper Elite 5.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
is that good?
That was,
Yeah. It's much. To
It's
be
more
fair,
open world, this one, isn't it?
yes, it is very much like the originals. But what I like about it is the fact that you can go
Shoot people's
online.
testicles.
Yeah, no, that anyway. But you can invade other people's games.
Oh.
And you can stop them from completing
shoot
their
their
missions and
testicles.
stuff. It's fucking, it's awesome. Yes, actually, you can.
That's all what you're after, isn't it?
Yeah, that's awesome part. That was such a clever little mechanic they added into the game. Yeah. So it's like if you load a game up, you've got the option before you load all the games. You got the option to toggle invasion on and off. So it's more fun with it on, to be honest, because while you're playing the game, trying to do your missions, some other player can invade that mission and stop you from completing it. It is the fun I've had on that is amazing. So I had to put it up there.
I imagine John going like, today, I am the invader. He puts the lights down.
That's how he talks to ladies like that.
He puts the lights down. He puts the wallpaper on.
Gets all sexy and go.
Yeah. Smears blood across his face. Today I am the hunter.
Dresses up like a Viking.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. My number two is Stray.
Hey, good
Oh,
choice.
the cat game. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Obviously, because I got 2 cats myself, so I kind
Nice.
of I love the idea.
The
of
ending
that.
to that game is so sad.
I haven't finished
so
it.
sad.
I haven't
man.
finished it.
Oh, don't spoil it for him.
Yeah.
It was like a cat meets cyberpunk.
Oh man, they brought tears to my
Oh,
eyes.
That's
that
exactly
day.
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
nutshell.
yeah.
Cyberpunk
It's like
cats, that's what
I often imagine a cyberpunk 2077. but
I
you're
nearly
playing-
dropped my Steam
but you're
Deck
playing-
over that
but-
ending.
But you're playing as a
crazy
cat
sad. Yeah.
and going around the city. So I really like that one. And then my number one, Diablo Immortal. But then because
It's a mobile game, right?
well, no, it's
it
on
a
PC.
mobile? Is it really?
It is a mobile game,
Are
but
we surprised?
there's a beta on
Oh.
PC, so I'm playing it on PC
Okay, fair enough.
because I've played all the other Diablo
Sure.
games.
Yeah, you are a Diablo nut at the end of that.
If
now.
it's from
Tomorrow-
if it's from a phone though, is it full of like stupid microtransactions?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adverts. We got to
Yeah.
watch the
But
advert.
you,
for 15
that's the thing,
seconds and the bar.
because I play it on PC, you don't have to do the transactions, but obviously on a phone, they're advising you to. But no, I'm a free-to-play player.
John is
Advise
a man.
this
He has his
motherfucker.
own credit card to
And
spend thousands of dollars.
tomorrow,
his-
Gamescom,
in his
massive
Viking outfit.
Diablo 4 reveal
Nothing
tomorrow.
like
Isn't
helmet
the
on.
Game Awards soon?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, over to you, sir.
Yes. Okay.
So I can't wait for
My top
tomorrow.
3. Amazing. Right. So my number 3
Move in.
is so it's the game that came out on Game Pass earlier. And it's called Far Changing Tides.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've heard of
yes.
I've heard of
That was your friend who did the
Yeah,
soundtrack,
the
for it,
guy
right?
who did the soundtrack to that. Yeah. So,
Fucking sell it.
Oh my god! And seriously, it was so good. Like even soundtrack aside, which was again really really good. Right? He
I know
actually
of it,
moved
but I
from his
haven't played
kitchen to a studio and made it. So
wow.
that was really cool. Obviously, Locomotive, the team behind it, funded that, which was really good. But this game is so emotional, and it kind of like you're this guy who's in this essentially like was like a steamboat, but you've got to kind of like go across the lands and stuff, and something's happened in the world, and you don't know what it is. Like it's very apocalyptic, whatever. But such a really nice game. Like you play it and you can just chill out to it and stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
that's my number 3.
Nice.
It's on Game Pass, so you can check it out. Yeah. Then my number 2 is, oh my god, have I forgotten my number 2? It's all good. I've got it on my phone. So
He's a professional.
He's meant so much to him these
See?
games. He's like, I don't remember.
Okay, number 2 is, it's been mentioned, is Horizon Forbidden West. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Woo,
So-
well done, sir.
I'm so waiting for that.
So I've got to like build on that because it's now on the PS5 and it's kind of using everything that the PS5 has. The feel of it on the DualSense controller when you're going from like
You pull back
blades
on the
of
bow,
glass.
man.
Oh, that is the best feeling ever. It feels like when you release it, it feels like you're actually if you've ever been to archery or whatever, it's like the same sort of feeling. And
I imagine
apart
you do
from
quite a bit of
that-
archery, sir.
Let's go. 10 points. Yeah. So like there's that, but like you said, Ant, the bosses are incredible.
Yeah.
And just the details of these like giant monsters. It's like David versus Goliath, every boss battle, and
Even the mammoths in
ultimately-
that are just...
Oh, insane! It's so breathtaking. It looks good, and the story is just insane.
How much better than the
Like,
first one, do you reckon?
I wouldn't... Is it better than the first?
No,
I wouldn't say it's better than the first.
No, I think the first.
The story's good enough to be a sequel.
Yeah,
definitely.
I love the first one, so I'm waiting for it to come on PC, which it should do eventually.
Eventually.
But the world
but
this
yeah.
time, the Forbidden West is massive.
Huge.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like 4
the
times the
videos-
size of the first one.
Yeah, I mean the videos
Yeah.
I've seen on YouTube of it look
Yeah.
really, really good. So yeah,
Very
it's a different take, obviously, from the first.
It's a game you need
Exactly.
to explore and take your time with because
totally.
there's so much to
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
Exactly.
Nice.
And like you see, for example, like, America, so you see Las Vegas and San Francisco and stuff like that. And it's just,
wow.
and the little things, you pick up the little codex things and they tell you a bit about the history of what it was like back in the day and stuff like that. Incredible. So yeah, that's my number 2.
Nice.
And number 1, it's been mentioned, it's Stray. It's actually
Oh, Stray!
Yeah,
You finished it, right?
I finished it.
The ending? Don't say too much.
Absolutely fantastic. I told you to play it. Like, you have to play it. Dave, play it. And everyone play it. Please
Yeah.
play it. It's
Fucking
so
play it.
good.
Yeah.
It just takes you by surprise, how good this game is. You're playing as a cat.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, this is like for 7-year-old girls,
Yeah.
right? But
Oh,
no.
no.
What if you're a dog person?
No. If you're a dog,
Yeah,
then this is not the game for you.
there's probably a mod out there that you can change it into a dog.
It's a dog.
but-
Yeah.
but
I
yeah.
could
But
see
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but what if we're not
Yeah.
PC Master Race like you, John, and we've got like a PlayStation?
Then you have to be so
I love
subservient.
that.
Then
PC Master. That's a good way. John,
Master
aka
Race.
PC Master Race. So good.
I haven't heard that in ages.
No.
Yeah, I missed that one.
That's because I haven't been here for ages.
It's because we're too busy going. Good 3, sir.
Yes.
Big
Yes.
gal.
Come on, G.
Hello. Finally,
come on.
Wow us with your wisdom, G.
Right, let me just double.
G's quarter of the man he was. He's lost a fair bit of weight.
He does
stuff,
archery now.
He looks really good. Yeah, he does archery
I
now.
picked up archery when I was in South Korea.
Did you now?
And he works in economics now.
That's why he's never at work.
Right, so
Hey, please carry on with the posh voice. I love it.
Yeah, do.
So mine number 3. I've got to say, I haven't played as much, but
Same.
So I'm glad we're doing the top 3 because I'm doing a little catch up. But so I played this game the beginning of the year. It was a Xbox exclusive. I was actually playing.
Yeah, it is.
at the time, but I think it's on all consoles now. And I was actually playing it on the phone off the app of Xbox Pass.
Yeah.
It's a game called Tunic. And
Yeah. It's essentially
really.
Zelda with a fox.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's like isometric sort of looking sort of gameplay, and it's essentially is what is Zelda, and it's not essentially unique in its way, but what it's the same aspects as has Zelda. You go
Sounds
through,
interesting.
you fulfill, you beat a boss, and you level up. Not level up, you get items, and then it's but something unique about this is like. So there'll be. Sorry, I've got a bad
This is
cough.
the way you timed it. Sorry, carry on, sir.
So there's
Choking on his super malt.
it's masterfully done, like the levels, because there'll be stuff where like you learn throughout the game, and then and you come back to the same bit, and it's like there was a hidden path there all the way. And then the way you learn through it is why you pick up these sort of pages, and it kind of reminds you of this old school manual booklets.
Yeah, okay.
And
Manuscript.
there's literally like a game manual, and you collect pages, and it's written in different languages. And
Right.
So
and
he gets halfway through the game and he's like, oh, it's 0. It's like
Oh,
circle
what?
to
I've
jump.
got to fucking read?
essentially you have to decipher the language. It sounds, but the level of detail in those pages, it kind of takes you back to when you used to
Sounds
get the
very
Game
good.
Boy games, and they used to have these fat like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
manuals.
Yeah.
it kind of reminded
Yeah.
me of that. And I
You're
thought,
showing
this
your
is
age
brilliant.
there, man.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but and it kind of makes you want to, after you've completed it, you want that manual and see if you're gonna hold it yourself. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is a full on like a Zelda type game. Amazing.
Why is it called
it-
Tunic?
It's a fox dressed up in a tunic.
Oh, okay.
G.
Just asking, yeah. Okay,
G
yeah.
or anyone. What game was it that had? Was it the original Metal Gear Solid where you had? There was a codex that you had number to ring someone.
Yes,
man,
that was the original
and it
game.
was actually on the back of the box.
And I don't know if you listened to my episode. So when I borrowed it from Metal Gear, from Blockbusters, sorry, it never had it on the back of the case. So I'm looking through the game
that
in
sucks.
actual game. Where's this bloody case? But essentially, I found out that you know how I did it. I did the code one by one.
No,
Yeah,
Incredible.
600.
Fucking hell, you took forever on that then, surely.
mate.
That was before the internet, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was somewhere
Bloody
at
hell.
38 something. One. I
Surely you
can't
could have got like a video game magazine. You'd be on that or something.
remember. I couldn't. I
It's funny you say.
There's no internet at that time.
There's
No, no.
internet. Exactly. So, and it's funny. So you've got I've noticed you've got the mini PlayStation. So I played
Yes.
that on the mini PlayStation. Okay, in your own time, look in the back and see if you can find the codex number.
Is it
That's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
back?
It's on the back.
What, of the box
Yeah,
or
because
the...
I was in the same position you guys. I fucking spent a whole day over Christmas trying to find this codex thing, and I looked on the back and I was like, "Oh shit, I found it!"
It's
And
on
I
the
was
back of the box?
It's in the back of the
Now
box.
fuck this, I'm going to have a look.
Go on, let's have a look.
Carry on,
Go on,
G.
carry on.
Have a look.
Oh, no, I want to know as well.
I bet it is. I bet it is now. Here we are. Look, there's the box.
Here we go. Okay, so something here. It's motion. Yeah, there it is. It's basically right.
Read it
Oh
out.
my
No way, what's the code?
14015.
Yeah, 14015.
No way. What a nice little touch.
Yeah, nice one, Dave, for bringing it up. Yeah, it's that one.
I knew something
look.
was that.
See?
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah.
Oh my god!
So I was thinking, like, I need that.
141.5 is right there. Yeah.
Because that was back when Blockbuster, you had to take the game fake Blockbuster case, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the yellow one. Right?
So yeah, imagine you're doing that
Yeah,
without
you're
the
like,
actual.
Oh
and
shit!
you don't have a magazine, or you don't have. So like,
Or a
unless-
mini PlayStation.
yeah. The only thing that you could do is probably go to the Blockbuster and quickly check the actual original case. But you know, like, I was like, how am I going to do
Amazing.
this? I remember going through the night. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like looking through every room. Maybe it's
One,
in
one,
the,
one,
yeah.
one, one, two,
And then
one,
I
two,
started.
one, two, one.
Then I
Oh,
started because the colonel goes, "Hurry up and call Meryl, man," or something like that. I was like, all right, maybe just try put every little code in one by one.
I'm trying.
But yeah, that was. had a-
17 hours later.
So number 2.
So my number 2 again. I'm going to do what Ant did. I'm going to cheat. I'm playing God of War, Ragnarok.
Nice. Yeah.
And-
I thought that would be in there. Yeah.
I think
Has to be.
has
Yeah.
to be in there, and it's. I think I'm getting more out of this one than the first one.
Yeah. I felt the first one was a bit overhyped personally.
Yeah, I just didn't like running into the same bloody ogres, man. Just felt cheesy.
See,
Yeah, go on.
because I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm halfway through it, and it's on my list.
Okay.
But see, I thought the opposite. I was like the first hour or so with that. I was like, I'm fed up of fighting these fucking boring Grims and those stupid little tadpole ones that run along the floor and whack you.
Well,
I was like, I want to see Kratos chopping heads off and shit and
I
ripping
thought
things apart.
I think I like that aspect of like I know, like I just said, I don't want to run into ogres, but I think I'm more enjoying the fact that I'm get to see all these other characters. Like I think, like,
But
I think there's more
But
storytelling.
the only enemies you fight for the first 2 realms seem to be those stupid little Grim things, which are annoying.
But those are the enemies that you normal. I'm talking about. You know, there's little mini bosses, which was always the
they're
bloody
good, yeah.
ogres. That's what that was.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
okay,
annoyed
yeah.
about. But I just feel like Kratos' character is so evolved now. Like there's points where I'm saying, is he about to cry? Oh my god, I'm not trying to spoil anything. There's emotion in Kratos now. Like the Kratos I know was like ruthless, man. He don't give a shit. He killed gods like with his bare hands, like
With his dick.
but there's moments in this game where like there's I don't know, they've done some really good acting work in this, and I literally just like look at it and I'm like, whoa, man,
Yeah, but that's what helps makes the game now.
there's some powerful
yeah.
stuff in here, man. Like there's moments I don't know how far you are, but without spoilers, it's almost as if like there's a point where like a person has forgiven him. And,
Yeah,
and
I've got to that.
Yeah. And then there's a moment the camera just pans and at Kratos without spoiling anything. It's just like, shit, I can't believe she's done that, because I don't know, I wouldn't have done that sort of look. But without just acting, he's just in those visuals. You see what the pain. He's just like what's his. I just felt like shit. She just forgave me. Which I don't. If I was in that position, I wouldn't have forgiven myself or whoever that did that to me. So it was some intense stuff. But
He always goes deep with his end of years. He
He does, but then he's right in the sense that, I mean, there's a lot of games now where the characters, it sucks you in.
no,
You do become that character
No,
because the feelings are more or less same as what you've got by the time you get to that stage.
you know, there's moments, the interactions where like they're on. But it was in the previous one as well. There's moments where here, like. You know, when you get off and he goes, "Oh, we'll carry on with this later." I'm like, "No, fuck off! Carry on, talk to
What you do is you
now.
just sit at the coast and float. That's what I do.
I just sit there and just wait for the more stories. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm so engrossed in these in this
Wow, yeah.
story more so than the previous one. And I think it's. I just feel like the characters. I believe in the characters more, and
Yes.
the interaction. There's moments where they sit down and I'm like, "Yeah, come on. What else are you going to say? I want to know more about this world." You know.
What's quite nice is
Go on.
just chopping in like those little conversations as he calls back to a lot of the original God of War games.
He gets
So he talks about like previous games when he was back in Greece and things like that. But he talks about it like more emotionally, doesn't he?
You can see he's changing. Like the character, I think
They're getting very clever with technology.
I think
I'm more
emotions.
intrigued
But it's
about
characterization.
Yeah.
It's not the visuals. It's the way they've taken the character. Because God of
Yeah.
War's on my list,
Yeah.
and I'm probably going to talk about it more now than when it's my turn.
Yeah.
But like, he was very two-dimensional, wasn't he? In the first
before
one?
it was
just
like,
I am on vengeance because I killed my wife.
Now it's
now
like-
he talks about that same incident to a character, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's like, maybe
talking
I would have
about-
done it different.
He's the actor, and it took me so long before I realised who that actor is. Because he's the Turok from Stargate, isn't
Stargate.
it? Christopher Judge, is it?
wow.
Yeah.
And it took me so long to realise, but he's like, I know something of losing a child. And then
But he
she's-
wasn't
she's
the-
like,
he
"What,
wasn't the
before
original
Atreus?"
Atreus.
But in this,
In this series, he is, yeah.
and he does it so well because he's still not very much of a man of words,
Yeah,
is he?
he's
But-
still limited to what he
Yeah.
says, but there's a human element to him now. And that's what I think it makes the story more interesting. How is this animal become this, this sort of... He's becoming a human.
But has
sort
that
of thing.
is that made him a better character
Yes.
for you now?
No, but
Yeah.
essentially,
that's what I mean, yeah.
It's like Thing said. He was a two-dimensional. He was more about I think those three games they made was I think these guys must have been high or something. If you watch the go back to,
It's on my list. When it eventually comes
It's
to PC, I will play it.
I don't mean to rush it, but we've got 2 more lists to get through yet. So,
Well, anyway, that's fine. And number 1 is Elden Ring.
of course,
And,
the man who 100%ed it, aren't you, sir? Yes.
So I think
Take a fucking bow,
No,
sir.
I'll tell you,
Right on
I-
his CV now.
That's what I'm saying. This guy, man, I don't know how you did. When you sent that photo, I was like, how the I would never achieve something like that. Well done to you, sir.
I think I was obsessed. I think because I've completed most of the Souls games apart from 2. I haven't done Sekiro.
2 sucks
I've
ass
done,
anyway.
Yeah, I've done Bloodborne, and this one I was waiting for, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna 100% this bitch. And, and then
You should soundbite that.
That needs to be on a t-shirt.
And a soundbite.
I'm going to 100%. That'll go with
100%
100% bitch and IMAX this bastard.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
I've got one of those t-shirts. I had one done, didn't I?
I think I was just obsessed with the bosses and the whole sort of open world element to go in anywhere you want. You know what? It took like almost 2 months of my life, not overall.
Yeah,
Because
I like
I was
where you can
playing
see
it.
the-
That took me that long just to do a quarter of it.
No, but I did it in bits. I did it like 3 hours a night, sort of thing. So add on 2. But you know what? I'm satisfied with that game, and I think well worth my time on it.
Good.
Enjoyed it.
Good.
Nice. Dave, down to you, sir.
Number 3 is Dying Light 2.
Oh, okay.
See, I haven't played it, so... Haven't
you?
No, I literally bought it in the Black Friday sale, so I will play it at some point.
So I just really like that game. I mean, it's a formula that's been done before,
Yeah.
but it's just so good to just jump around and feel.
Better than the first one.
Parkour.
I would say the first one.
I think the first one is better because it was newer at the time because there was that risk of.
You played it, Big G?
The first one I have, but I haven't.
I'm doing
completed
number 2.
No, not yet.
No.
So yeah, I just like to get back into an open world where you can just smash kick zombies off things.
Yeah,
I mean,
man, that is so fun.
there's things wrong with it, but I actually enjoyed it. So like a lot of the side missions are just race to this point,
Right,
get an egg, race to this point, get another egg.
Do we have some of the same zombies from the first one?
Yeah, the volatiles are back.
Yeah, but there was other ones. There were like spitters and stuff like that and whatnot. They all back in it as well. The big brute looking ones as well. They're all back as well.
Yeah, they're all back. So yeah, you've got that. But and the city design is quite good. You've got some really high. You
It's
can
like
sort
quite
of.
open. It is open world.
It is open world, yeah, but you've got some really tall skyscrapers that you've got to make it up and things like that.
Fuck.
So I just love it because triggers the old fun vertigo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, I don't do heights.
Does
but
your bum hole go funny when you jump off?
I quite like heights, so
Okay, fair enough.
I like that. But it's like the reverse of vertigo. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But
Do you know what? John likes heights.
Yeah, he does. So yeah, Dying Light 2.
Nice, good choice.
I like that one. And then
I like it.
and then we've already talked about it. God of War Ragnarok.
Number 2.
my boy.
It's
Come on, do your
so
thing.
good. I mean, I dropped in on what you said a lot, but it's I like the way.
Have you completed it?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
what I'm playing that now,
Yeah.
and I was trying to rush through it, but I was like, I don't really want to rush through it as well. But what's good in it is that it really seems to develop the characters. So a lot of the side quests through, when you go and you learn a lot more about the characters that you're with and you're accompanied by. The story seems a lot more deeper in it, and I quite like because they've got Fimbulwinter, haven't they? Which is the prelude to Ragnarok, and that's affecting all the different realms in different ways. So you've got the original Midgard, which was the lake around the temple, wasn't it? And that's all frozen, which you see.
I like the callback to the old levels.
Yeah, you go back and see old levels, and they've been changed and things like that. Plus,
from the previous 3 games.
No, from the first God
game.
of War, where he's in Viking.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And it's so fluid. I love the fighting.
Oh, that axe, man.
Yeah.
I think the axe is probably one of the best inventions in a game, man. There's moments where, like, I think there's sorry, I know I'm talking about, and then like he has no weapons
because I cut him off on these guys.
You start pummeling him, and then he'll call the weapon back, and then he carries on the combo, and I'm like, damn, man, this is so good.
It makes you feel badass when you've got the hang of it as well.
And then at one point you forget, I forgot how I did it. I'm trying to do, how did I do that? That was so sick.
It's like G was saying, when you've got your flow of battle on, you're just like, you feel unstoppable. You're like parrying people, sending them away. Then you do a move which, you lob your axe at someone that stops them doing their
and you get runics now where like you can, if you dodge on time, you slow them down a little bit, and that helps massively.
And I just love it. I'll lob my axe, which you never do in any other game, and then there's a move where you can jump. It calls it to your hand as you come smashing down. So you're like
good,
unarmed. Then you run at them and just So
so you got the Chaos Blades of Chaos.
I was going to say, which one do you prefer?
Oh, the axe
over Blades.
You know what? I'm after this game. I think the axe is badass.
Wow, it's taken them over.
And it feels stronger as well. Am I right? It just feels stronger.
I think it does more damage than the blades because the blades attack faster, don't
it? It feels like the blades are more like flaky, whereas the actually hits.
They do
quicker attacks.
Quicker as well.
Yeah. But I
think the blades kind of crowd control better though.
Yeah.
So like I say, improving on what G said, it's a very good game.
You haven't finished it, have you?
I haven't finished it yet. But and some of the god fights again.
Oh my god! I don't want to spoil anything.
No, I know.
That intro,
it's what that franchise does very well.
Yeah.
And you
and have you noticed everyone comes knocking at Kratos' doors?
Yeah.
But eventually, when Kratos goes knocking, you know what's up, innit?
Innit, bro?
So God of War Ragnarok.
Good choice, guys.
And my number 1 is Elden Ring.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like you were saying,
so 3 out of 2 is not bad.
Yeah. So I've never liked any of the other, or been that fussed with that sort of like Soulsborne, like you said. So it was a true test of what you said earlier about bringing new people into the franchise and into that style of play.
So you've never played the other Dark Souls?
No.
What kind of gripped you? Just someone?
The setting, because my brother is a massive Soulsborne and he plays.
It was his copy,
well.
wasn't it?
Yeah, so I stole it off him. Yeah.
You want this?
Took it off him. Took it off him to play, and didn't think I'd like it, but it's just the world design is so good. It's so massive. There's so many different varied environments. When you go from, you've got Liurna lakes and things, and then you've got the Scarlet Rot area and things like that. They're all different. It's like we get so many open world games, which is just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Or like the old sort of Skyrim, each dungeon you go to is the same sort of thing. But even in this, they feel different. They feel like somebody has sat down and crafted it differently. They haven't like phoned it in and gone, here's a few traps.
And then the variation of every boss
and every even like the enemies, like the people walking around. I mean, you get the replays of the soldiers, don't you? But they're each slightly different. Yeah. But then you've also got completely new enemies that you don't. There's so many different enemies,
and then you got the shit tons of weapons.
Yeah,
and their
styles.
Combos. Yeah, it's nuts.
So and there's so many moments in it where you're just like, it makes. Because there's I can't remember where it is, but there's one section where you're in sort of like a misty forest that's low down around,
Yeah.
And you go in and there's
hands.
these... No. But there's these weird, like, tall walking things with tentacle heads. They're about, like, 10 foot tall.
Okay, yeah.
And they hit you with the death blight thing. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Because I saw one in the distance through the fog walking sideways, and I was like, that is creepy as. But the only thing that I think is lacking from Elden Ring is I'd really like a bestiary or something. Okay. So you could go and look and read the lore, because it feels like each character, like little enemy,
has
like,
a backstory.
what are the hands? Like, why are the hands there?
Yeah.
Why is this person? What is
a person who we shall not be named? Apparently, he says in these type of games, the lore is always in there.
I know it is, but
It's
you
always
have to
you have to
really
go out and look
so
for
the
it.
problem I find with that is because I love lore and I'm a big sucker for like background and world building and stuff like that. I find myself pausing the game, taking myself out of it, going on the internet to search for things, and in doing that, you spoil it a little bit for yourself because you always read something else about that's gonna
Run
happen
into,
next
yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that, and I'm like That's my one criticism, but it's only a very minor criticism. I just would like a bestiary in game, so when you defeat the enemy, a bit like you do in God of War, when you kill them, it tells you a little bit about them in the codex. Because I feel like so many people have put so much love and craft into building these really unique creatures, because they could have just done, here's like a crab.
Yeah.
Like a monster crab.
Giant enemy crab.
Giant enemy crab. And you go to another area and it's just a different coloured giant enemy crab. But they everywhere you go, there's something new and different, isn't it? And the bosses in that again.
And they're there for a reason.
And you kind of learn the map because, that's where that dragon was and that's where these lobsters were and all that sort of stuff.
That's clever. That's essentially how you learn as well.
Yeah.
Because there is no map. There is the map, actually, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
There is a map, yes.
But you can't... It's not like... tells you where the items and where's this or
no, but you do have a map that shows you where checkpoints are.
Oh, yes, that's it. I remember now.
But also the combat in it, I didn't think I was going to like, but for when you, again, it's a bit like God of War, when you start getting that down, that combat style down, you start feeling so good. And then you slip up and you get wrecked. And then you're like, but I want to go back and do it again.
This is what I love about it. You can pick a style that you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like a pre-selected. You go in and you're like, I'm going to try this weapon. Nah, that's not working for me. This is powerful. I'm going to try this. This ain't. But then you actually switch to a quicker one and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do with sort of thing. So it kind of, I love that sort of custom ability to play with.
But it's just a fantastic game, and it does show up every other open world game.
And it's really made me really like the word tarnished.
Yeah.
Johnny Tarnished.
You're the tarnished
Bitch.
Another t-shirt there, sir.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, that's the video games on. Any honorable mentions? If not, we'll go straight to the TV side.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
No, okay, well, we'll go over to TV. So, top 3 TV shows. Right, my number 3, we spoke about this earlier, Dave. I had a choice between 1 or 2 of them. I picked House of Dragons.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed this. There was another show at the same time I really enjoyed, but I thought... I can't deny this was... I was very, very sceptical about going to this because as much as I really hated Season 8 of Game of Thrones and how I really hated the ending, we all even put it as our most disappointing TV show ending of all time. Yeah. There was something that was drawing me back to this. I watched a certain series, again, which I was going to put on here, which I didn't. And I thought, do you know what? Let's do this. All the episodes are on. Let's go back to back. No one's doing game nights for me because everyone's in Korea at the moment. So, so let's watch this show. And I cannot deny it's got me back into Westeros. I mean, there are moments in this that you think to yourself, why have they time jumped? Why have they changed actors and actresses, whatnot? But you kind of grow out of that because you're like, you start off with like, well, why have we jumped 10 years now? Why have we got different people? It might bother you in the first 10 minutes or so, but as the story progresses, you're like, okay, this is actually pretty fucking good. There's more, skullbuggery and all that sort of stuff, in Westeros.
Sex,
and Matt Smith, he is, I've always, and lots of fucking sex. Matt Smith, I have loved him since Doctor Who, but he fucking shines in this show. Literally episode 3, he says one line throughout the whole entire episode, yet you still read him off his body language and what he does in that episode. He's fucking awesome. He kicks ass. Also,
how does he survive that as well?
Also, he's a perp as well. So because he's a Targaryen. Come on, man. It's just he's Matt Smith.
He's tarnished.
Because he's tarnished. And I agree to love these characters. I agree to love even the characters I should be fucking hating in this show, but I really love them. It's the show that has got me back into it, and I really look forward to season 2 that they've greenlit. It is back to what Game of Thrones used to be, and that's why I thought I really liked it. I do love the first 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. We all loved it. We all got to a point where we did Game of Thrones nights and whatnot. I fucking love that. And hopefully next year we can get to the board game. Dave, if you can help us with learning that game as well.
But are you worried that they'll get you really hooked on it and then the last series
fuck it
will
all
just
up?
Be...
Let's hope not, because we actually have books for it. We actually have a beginning, middle, and end, don't we? So, Let's fingers crossed they don't fuck it up. But hey, it's HBO. Who knows?
Exactly.
So yeah, I can't deny I really love that. It should be
Did you
number
also
3.
think cringe a little bit when they foreshadow things from Game of Thrones when they were like, there must be a Targaryen for the long night and things like that. And
yeah,
you're
of
like,
course.
oh, no.
Yeah.
No, don't remind me of that last
Yeah,
series.
exactly. Yeah, but also the ending, I was like, yes, here we go. It's like this is when it really got good. I'm like, hey, of course it's going to end there, isn't it? So yeah, bring cliffhanger for season 2. Roll on season 2. Right. Number 2 is a TV series on Disney Plus called Light and Magic. Has anyone heard, seen, or know of it?
Documentary, right?
Documentary.
Yeah.
It's a documentary series about the company Industrial Light and Magic,
Magic,
created by George Lucas. Right. So very quickly, I'll go into this. When DVD and Blu-ray first ever came out, you bought it for the movie as well as what? Bonus features.
Yes.
I, as a sucker for movies, love a movie documentary. I love making of movie documentaries. If you ever watch
Certainly my
ones
thing. Yeah.
from like the Alien series, Lord of the Rings series and whatnot, the last greatest one I think came out, which is about Prometheus, and it's 4 hours long. It is a fucking awesome documentary.
Still worth it, yeah.
And that's what this show has brought me back to, the love of making ofs. If no one knows what Industrial Light and Magic is, basically when George Lucas was making Star Wars, he created a special effects
team,
company called Industrial Light and Magic. And they obviously done great classics like pretty much everything you would know from the 70s onwards, Industrial Light and Magic has done.
Yeah.
And it's 6 episodes long. It obviously starts with the origin and goes into every movie that they've done and how they grew from practical effects to the great creation of what is now CGI and stuff like that. Goes into so much detail. The whole documentary is done by the guy who wrote Empire Strikes Back and Indiana Jones and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth a watch and has brought my love back to these style of documentaries. And I think that's what we are lacking nowadays with Blu-rays, DVDs, because literally when you buy them now, it's just a movie, maybe a trailer.
Yeah,
and maybe a 10-minute making of, and I just miss those documentaries.
If you buy them at all, because a lot of people just stream their movies.
If you
don't they?
exactly 100%, yeah.
Special features.
Do you know what I miss? Like commentary tracks.
And that's something I've only recently got into because of Commentary Corner as well. Obviously, I watched it. I did them before that, but
I love listening to the people who made it say, "This is what I did here because I really wanted this to impact that."
Absolutely, yeah.
So
it makes you
like even on Netflix, like you have different audio. You can have an audio description with the commentary on it. It's easy to do.
Even they are so rare to get hold of now. Or if they do have a commentary track, it doesn't have the director on it sometimes. It's just like the producer. It's like, well, that's not the point of a commentary corner. Commentary track. Sorry,
I think you appreciate the film more once you've learnt the effort they put into making it. It's like we saw the one for Dog Soldiers.
Yes,
that was
movie.
Bloody good.
Yeah, bloody gory.
Bloody gory. It was. Yeah.
So I highly recommend it. It's on Disney Plus. 6 episodes long, about an hour each.
Okay.
Light and Magic, please give it a go. It is worth it if you love your movie making documentaries. Last but not least, everyone knows what this was going to be. Stranger Things season 4. It was obviously fucking obvious, wasn't it? It's me. I love Stranger Things. Everyone knows it. John, what's your number 3?
Don't worry, I'll talk a bit about Strange Things 4.
That's all right. There's no point because everyone's like, oh, of course, and so there's no point me going into it. But let's just face it, it's been one of the better seasons since season 1.
Yes,
okay.
It was good. I was going to,
and it's all come full circle. Roll on season 5. John, what's your number 3?
It's not on my list because it was a bit too obvious.
Of course, exactly.
So my number 3 was Moon Knight.
Yes, do you know what? That was one I enjoyed for the Marvel stuff for a while.
I love all the Egyptian stuff. So when I saw this was coming on, I thought, I've got no idea about the character or anything because it's obviously part of the Marvel. Because I remember asking you about who is this guy? Where did he come from? And sort of thing. But I did really enjoy the story of it. Yeah. See the second season coming. I'm interested to see where they go with it. But I'm tempted to watch it again because I think I kind of rushed through it, and I'd love to understand it a bit more. What?
Okay.
Did he rush through it so he could spoil it for everyone?
Yeah.
No, I did
very
not.
interesting.
You wouldn't fucking believe it.
No, but I would love to try and understand it better.
I am revenge.
Anyway, my number.
I am JK47.
Hey!
But no, it's a good choice because that's one I've definitely enjoyed recently out of the Marvel stuff because I suffered quite a bit with the year before's Marvel series.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah. My number 2 is All of Us Are Dead, the Korean.
Nice.
That was almost on my
that.
list. That was almost on my list.
Are you glad there's season 2 on the way?
Oh God, yeah.
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 My man.
Yeah. I love the premise of it because obviously we've said this before that the Koreans tend to do zombies better than anybody.
Of course.
And it's the sounds they make when they're moving their Jesus,
No
sends
spoilers.
shivers up your back.
How have you not
watched
seen that?
it?
I'm carrying on now.
Have you not finished
What?
it yet?
No, not yet.
Are you sure we haven't
Sorry,
swapped
you've
spots?
been to Korea but haven't actually watched it.
I haven't finished
You
it.
fucking asshole.
Yeah, you fucking asshole, man.
it's alright.
It's really good. It's good.
I love how over the top dickish some of those characters are in it. As well.
100%, yeah.
Especially the
You're
bully.
like,
Oh,
seriously,
man.
would you do that?
Not just that, the girl with
Yeah,
the hanky, yeah?
yeah.
The fucking bitch.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with
yeah, moody cunt.
I don't think that would happen if that was a Western sort of film.
No, exactly.
And then my number one, Strange New Worlds. The
It's a Star Trek one.
Star Trek prequel.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because obviously it was, I've grown up.
It's all about Captain Pike, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I grew up with the original Star Trek and Next Generation and so on and moved on a lot. But this is the first one where they've actually gone back.
Yeah.
Because obviously they hinted at Captain Pike in the original series in the 60s, but they never did anything about him. And so now it's about him and his crew and what they do with it. And I just love that whole story. So
Nice.
that's me done.
Go cool.
Well done. Okay, my number 3. Right, my number 3. I'm praying some of you started watching this. It was something that came out literally about 3 weeks ago on the BBC iPlayer.
I don't watch
It's called
BBC.
Tokyo Vice. Does anyone know about this?
I
know of it. I haven't watched it.
Okay, it's directed by Michael Mann.
No
And,
way!
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I had to watch this because it's Michael Mann TV
yeah.
show, and it's about a journalist from America who goes to Tokyo and
No.
in the early 2000s. No, where else would it be? And
It's a sci-fi film.
you could be, you never know. I mean, Better Call
They
Saul.
got it,
Yeah, and it's about him, and he goes to Tokyo, and he's a journalist, young journalist, and it's in the early 2000s. So, and yeah, he just basically tries to get in. In the journalist world, working for the biggest news agencies in Tokyo, and gets involved with the Yakuza. So you don't really see much of that. When it comes to mafia stuff, it's normally the Italian, Sicilian, Omerta thing and whatever, and maybe a few triads here and there, but you don't really see much of the Yakuza. No. And it's done in proper Michael Mann fashion. If you've seen his movies from the past, how he does his camera styles and stuff like that, it's done in a TV show format. It's all available on BBC iPlayer, and it's one of the first show I almost binged because it was so good. Takes you by surprise how good this is.
Nice.
So,
I might have to give that a go.
Exactly.
I don't have
surprised-
iPlayer, but I'd be tempted to put it on my iPad or something and watch
I'm
it.
surprised that maybe Netflix didn't do this. I mean, try and propose for it, but BBC did, and it's great. It's really good. So
Nice.
yeah, that's my number 3. Right, number 2 is also a documentary that recently came out on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen this. The most amazing thing. It's called Pepsi Where's My Jet.
Yes!
Oh my God, right?
You like that?
I remember that happening. I remember that happening.
This was just so. It's something
Never
about
watched
the kid.
it.
Number 2.
Wow.
There
What's
wasn't
it
that
about?
many ghosts. So, right,
I've seen
I'll
it.
tell you what, Dave. It's so interesting. It's about this kid. So back in the day, they had the Pepsi challenge thing.
Yeah.
You'd collect little Pepsi
Bottle tops or ring pulls and stuff.
Exactly.
pulls, yeah.
So you'd exchange that for gifts, and you have a catalogue of stuff. So 10 would give you a badge or something like that, whatever. But then in the advert, when
They
you're
had
watching the advert, right,
Was it
at
a
the end
million,
of
wasn't
it,
it, or
which is the
something?
most stupidest thing to do in marketing,
Yeah.
there was no disclaimer, but they said 2 million will give you a Harrier
Fighter
jump
jet.
right? A Harrier jump
Yeah,
jet.
yeah.
Okay, so you know how there's coolest
They all thought they would die of diabetes by then. That's why.
and there's one smart kid because there's always one smart, slimy kid who's I'm going to do that.
He said,
You know?
he
So
got his whole
goes all
family and
out.
everything, didn't he?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and he finds this random guy who's
Yeah.
really good at being adventurous
lawyer.
or whatever, and goes to town and he collects it. And then that's all I'm going to say. But you have to watch it. It
Yeah.
was just so good.
It's
I've
done
seen
in
so many people.
4 parts. I can't remember
Yeah,
something like that,
it's only 4 parts. So you
Yeah.
get to see
But
it.
like I say, I
was
remember
so
that
good.
actually happened.
Yeah, because I was looking back thinking, what
And it
other
wasn't
show?
the only
This
one.
was so good.
There's been another one since, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if they
If
come
they
up
do a
with a
sequel?
season 2,
Yes.
and they bring up
Please,
this
bring it.
other thing.
Yeah,
John, where's my
has to be
jet?
done. John, where's my jet?
What's that, John?
Where's my jet, John?
Yeah.
So that's my number 2.
Involving
And,
the company Hoover.
Nice.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Google
and then
it.
number 1 is Better Call Saul, the final season.
Oh,
Hey.
A lot of people are about.
I'm way behind
I
on all
loved
of that,
it.
so-
I
And
know,
what was
I
that
liked
reaction?
it. You didn't like it? No. Oh my god. Have you seen it, girl? Have you seen it, Dave? No. You finished it? Yeah. Okay. I don't. For me, it was just the conclusion. You didn't like it, and no. Okay. I think it was just a good conclusion. And loved it.
No,
It's
do you know
so
what?
good.
I really liked that show up
Yeah.
until his brother died, and then that's where the
kind of went downhill.
I felt it like it dragged.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for something to happen, and I was like, "Oh, nice little connections between." But I'll be honest, there was an issue. I had forgotten things that happened in season 4 and 5 of Breaking Bad, so I was forgetting stuff that would connect the two together. So if I was probably more familiarized again, because it's been over 10 years since I watched that season of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So if I watched that probably recently, as well as Better Call Saul, I probably would have enjoyed it a bit more.
Definitely, because that's what I did. I watched it with Breaking Bad, and it all just links up, and it's just perfect. You know, it's kind of like the perfect piece of cake kind of thing, because it all kind of links in and stuff.
I didn't hate it. I think I was expecting something more out of it.
Same, exactly.
But,
and it's good they kind of put like an ending towards the end of it. You know, kind of like stitched up, which many shows don't really do. But they were like, you know, the guys were like, okay, we're going to finish this show off and do it good. So yeah, that's my number 1.
Nice,
amazing,
good choice, sir.
Passing over to Cal.
Good choice.
Cheers.
Did you like it because Hideo Kojima's like it was his favorite show that year as well?
That's what you said. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So my number.
Right, try and put this down to less than 20 minutes.
Yes, come on now. Hurry up. Hurry up, cunt.
So can I just name it all in one go? I'm joking. So my number 3 is Sandman.
Oh,
Yes.
I must admit, I did enjoy
Sandman was
that.
badass. I think for me, I won't go into it.
I've only just I watched the last episode last night, so that's why I didn't put it on my list.
You watch it, dude.
I have watched it.
First time on M.T.V.B, guys. John finished something.
No, we need him to. I do finish things.
He finished something like I finished his mum. Anyway,
Mic drop.
See me after class.
I just want to quickly say how I went into Sandman knowing nothing about that
Same here.
comic book character, but I think it's some of the episodes are brilliant,
Quite deep.
massively, quite very 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 deep.
Especially the last one.
I'll just leave it like that. I'll go to number 2. I don't want to go into it.
You get
I
emotional.
think I've shocked him the fact that I've actually finished something.
And number 2
I
is
do watch a lot of TV, to be honest.
Andor from Disney Plus. I really liked it.
Yeah, not watched it.
Okay, yeah.
I liked it. I think out of the recent Star Wars films,
It looks good.
shows, I think it's really good.
Does look
It starts
very
off slow, but
And then some? Fucking hell. Slow's an understatement.
It's Star Wars. He loves everything Star Wars.
It got to
Nothing
me-
happens till episode 9, though.
I
It's
don't know.
boring.
It got it got me to a point even to rewatch Rogue One again. And my
Yeah,
God,
I
man.
like Rogue One. And a lot
Fucking
of-
hell,
some
man,
people
that
don't
film-
like it, but I
don't-
like Rogue One.
I don't know if this had an
I
effect
rate
on
that very highly.
on the Rogue One film. There's points where I was like, "Whoa, this is," even when I watched it first, but the second time I got even more emotional. Anyway, number 1.
Hang on,
Yeah.
before you do that, are you into Star Wars, Dave? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Have you watched Andor?
No.
Right, so if you ever watch it, stay for the end credits of the last episode because it answers a question that is brought up in the movie Clerks. It finally answers a question that is resolved in the movie Clerks. You're a Kevin Smith fan, you'll probably know what that means.
I
Big
need
guy
to
number
talk
1.
to you about Clerks 3, man.
Yeah. I
just watched it.
Oh, you've watched it? Is it good?
Just watched. Can't talk to you
All
about
right, we'll come back to it.
And finally, my number 1, and this is a banger of a show. I'll recommend anyone. From.
Oh, you stole it.
I think Anne, you recommended
Yeah, I
it to
recommend
me.
it to you, yeah.
And it's I think I have to say, if people haven't seen it, I won't want to go into spoilers with it. But it actually, can I go into spoilers with it? I'm gonna have to.
I'm
don't
not-
I?
No, you
watched
shouldn't.
it.
You shouldn't, because it came out this year. People might actually still go to it.
Okay, yeah, just
Yeah.
it's got elements of Lost, but it's not Lost.
Is it not? Is
But-
it done
but-
by the same people though?
No,
No.
that's not.
I don't think so. But it's
What
right.
channel is it on?
Sky
Sky
Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi. Yeah.
Damn it.
Just it's got the guy from Lost in it though. The what's his
Michael.
name?
He took my son right out of my hands.
Walt.
But he does excellent. And I mean, not just him, all the other characters do
Sounds
well.
interesting.
It's-
John,
yeah.
dude, it's up your street. It's Lost
It'll
meets.
grab
Yeah.
you.
I'll have to find a hooky copy
Lost meets
somewhere
Stephen King's fucking Salem's Lot. Whatever.
Ant recommended it to me. I watched the first episode. I think I was done by 3 days.
I watched it at the same time as you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because that's
So
my
I
number
told you,
3.
you told him.
I was thinking, oh my god, you need to watch this, David. David's okay. I said, oh my god, it's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I'm not saying
Challenge
nothing
laid
from
down.
100% banger of the year for me.
Number 1 from.
From
Nice.
Nice.
My number 3 is From.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
It's not your number one, though, so it's good.
Because, like G said, it's so good. If you like your mystery things, like the good bit at the beginning of Lost. So
If it doesn't grab you for the first episode, then it's done. Literally, the first episode is.
You have to admit, it does drag in the middle. It does
A little
slow
bit.
burn.
It
It
does
slow burns a little bit.
but you know it's building up to something.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So as long as there's a payout,
But
in
I can
later
see
series,
people like watching those sort of episodes and be like, do you know what, something fucking happened. I might just give
But
up now.
I'm just saying, with mystery things, you need the build up.
Of course,
to
yeah.
get the good
Yeah,
payout at the end. So I completely all for that. And I love those sort of things where it's like you're in an environment, you don't know what the fuck is going on.
What the
Everyone
hell
is
is going
trying to
on?
work out what's going on. And there's a real threat again. They've like amped up the threat to it.
Proper threat, yeah.
And again, I'm not gonna say it, but it's setting up all these little breadcrumbs that I really hope are going to be paid off in later series.
Well, I'm
because
hoping there's a season 2 because it's not officially announced yet.
no.
So that's
No,
what
they
my
can't
big.
leave that.
That's why I didn't go in my top 3 because I'm worried they're going to leave that.
Oh, I hope
It's
not.
such a big worry, but fingers crossed.
But yeah,
Fingers
like
crossed.
G, I'm on the hook for that. That'll be
Yeah.
my number 3. It's
It's on my radar now.
so good. Like if you like your mystery,
I've
if you
heard
like
of
this
it,
sort
but
things
but
like
obviously I don't have Sky, so I can't watch it. So
Can you not download it? You had like.
that's what I'm saying. No, I can't. I haven't got the facility to do that anymore.
You can't hook it on your PC.
No.
that. Master Race.
PC's so powerful, can't even download the TV series.
Yeah, but the
Fucking asshole.
Fucking dial up, that's why.
Sorry, Dave.
My number 2 is The Sandman again.
Okay.
So
So 2
God.
take. Bloody hell.
sorry.
2 are taken from you.
They're all
Sandman,
taken, but the Sandman. I really like Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
sort of.
Yeah.
I like his sort of darkish fantasy.
That's why I watched it, because he did it. So.
I actually, like when I was at university doing my English degree, I wrote about his writing style and his things for my last dissertation.
So you knew of him before you watched it?
Yeah, and I've read all his books. Massive fan.
Oh wow. Okay.
Was it you that was into American Gods?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course it was me.
Yeah.
So I love that sort of mixing the fantasy element with like the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the way it's always kind of religious with it. You know, in a lot of things, American Gods is another one that it's taking the established religions and playing with it and things like that. So I like the fact that you've. And what's nice about this one is that it's obviously based on comic book series.
Yeah.
So there's not like a really overarching story. There's some of them are like pretty standalone episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're so varied.
The episodes
Yeah.
are the actual heroes, as in
Yeah.
the actual story, not like you said. Yeah.
And then you've
That's what I was
got
trying to say
things
earlier.
that do sort of carry on or that then influence things later on. But yeah, like you were saying, some of it's hard hitting as well.
I like.
So
go on.
I'm looking forward to a season 2 of it.
I
mean,
really like that episode. We know where he meets that guy every 100 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's going to change one
Yeah.
day and say, "Oh, kill me," sort of thing.
Yeah.
But no, he carries on, and it's just like I thought that was interesting.
I mean, if I'm not going to talk too much about it, I think you should all watch it. But there's that episode where he meets that character who you then find out is Death,
yes, that's a banger.
the goddess of death.
Yeah.
That was so sad because
And-
he follows her, doesn't he? They're talking
Yeah.
about other stuff, and she's like doing her rounds. So it's like you see someone running up and he's been
right,
playing
yeah.
football.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, can I get your number to her?" Because he thinks she's just a normal person.
Yeah, he said, no, not yet.
She's
Said,
like, "I'll see you soon. I'll
Yeah,
see
yeah,
you later."
yeah.
And there's a really sad moment where she goes in, you hear a baby crying, and,
Yeah,
there's-
right, yeah.
and the mother leaves the room with the baby in the cot, and she's like, "I've just got to go, little one.
Yeah.
That's all you're allowed." And I was like, that made me almost cry
Yeah.
because she's just taken
That
that
was so
child.
deep, that episode.
Yeah,
I was like,
nasty.
and this is from a fucking comic book,
Yeah.
fantasy, man. And a lot of people
and
discount
that
it.
restaurant episode.
Yeah.
that was quite
Yeah.
good.
And that's the thing that people never have that surprise is that people think comic books, DC, Marvel straight
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
No one ever actually thinks about the actual other comic side to comic
And
books.
even the fucking the convention for the
Serial killers.
gosh,
serial
yes,
killers.
yes.
Fucking hell, I
Yeah.
was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And it's
The Corinthian.
Yeah, Corinthian.
it's,
Man, that was good.
It's Neil Gaiman's bizarre sort of dark fantasy at its best, and I just loved it. I really needed that because it's quite different from a lot of other stuff out.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
been out for a while. I just really enjoyed that, and I think it has been made for another. You know,
They've just announced season 2.
Oh, they have.
Sorry,
Oh,
season
Did you
two.
guys finish the bonus episode?
Yeah,
I
the one with
haven't seen that yet.
the first half of that's quite funny.
Was it?
Yeah, it's quite like I won't say it. I won't spoil it. But yeah, it was really good. I just got to
Nice.
watch it. And the
what
guy
I
who
enjoyed
plays Dream
Yeah.
does a fantastic.
Yeah.
Even though he does look
He looks like
like
he's always going to cry.
Yeah, but he's got like his. It just really worked for me, him in that character, because he looks a lot like every character that Neil Gaiman sort of kind of likes. You know, skinny, dark haired, floppy fringed. Yeah, but that actor sort of made that his own because he's got his tone and voice is really good.
And don't forget Chapadi's in it as well.
Sorry?
Chapadi, the Asian guy that dies and then comes back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'd forgotten about them. The two brothers, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, got to watch that.
With the dragon.
So that's number 2.
That's my number 2, yeah.
So, wow, what's number 1 going to be?
You know what my number 1 is.
Come on.
It's your number 1.
Is it really?
Yeah, Stranger Things 4, come on!
I was waiting for something else to come in. Rings of Power?
Nah. No, Stranger Things 4... Like Rings of Power, I did really enjoy. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't see what the criticisms are for it. And I really enjoyed being back in that world and seeing the stunning visuals.
You need another 2 or 3 seasons to see what.
Like I said, I didn't put it in mind because I thought it would be too obvious. But that would have been 3. Maybe all 5 of us would have done it. But
Stranger Things 4, man, come on!
I did enjoy.
I love Stranger Things. It went back to what made sort of Stranger Things 1 really good.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, it done the classic Stranger Things thing of like, let's not touch any of the main characters, but we'll bring in new characters that everyone suddenly likes, and then we'll kill them off. Spoiler alert.
That was the saddest thing.
One of the best highlights of season 4 was Eddie himself.
Eddie's fucking metal.
Yeah.
He ruled that season. He literally ruled that season. Respect for Eddie.
But what?
Master!
I mean, if you were going to go out some way, though.
True.
That's the most metal way to go out, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But and it annoyed me at the time because I was like, why did you jump back out, dude? But then I went online and people were like, yeah, because otherwise the flying things would have come through into our world and followed them through. So you had to distract them. Yeah. Like, that makes a bit more sense. But damn it, kill off someone else that I don't like.
The fans are contemplating so many theories that he's not dead. He'll be back for the next season and all that. Like he'll be... was it Vecna?
Vecna.
Vecna's pet or something like that. I don't know, something stupid like that.
Nah, he's dead.
We can only hope that...
Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I love the way they bring back callbacks from the first series, things like that. They resolve things.
Yes.
Some old characters don't feel like they really are needed anymore.
Yeah.
But, that didn't bother me too much. But I love the character of Vecna. He was so good in that.
Oh, definitely.
He's like the new Freddy.
And visually, he was so... And it's a very... the way they did it...
And it's so annoying because there were so many big rumours that it was going to be Robert Patrick under that makeup, and it obviously wasn't. It ended up being someone else. I'm not going to spoil it, boy. But obviously Robert England does pop up.
Yeah. He does pop up,
But when you saw that first time when he comes down the stairs with his massive claws, like, shit... Robert England looks damn good in this makeup and shit like that. But yeah, it was a shame. But hey, at least they still brought him back regardless.
But and it's setting up. It's going to be good. The next series, surely.
Yeah, the final. I'm going to be gutted when it finishes.
What annoyed me a little bit about season 4, my one major criticism was just like they were like, "Oh shit!" Spoilers. I'm just going to say. So for anyone, don't next sort of 2 minutes. Don't listen. They're fucking hell. The upside down opens rifts, doesn't it?
Yes, it opens up into the town of Hawking, doesn't it?
It's fucking getting real now, and they're like, "Oh, let's go and resolve the lesbian crush that what's her face girl has got with her other." Like, there's more important things. You could just see there's going to be demigorgons and stuff come flying out, and you're like.
Oh, let's make out.
Hang on, wait. You dumped him, did you? Does that mean you're available? That's not your priorities.
Moving for the kill, wouldn't it?
Oh, Jesus. At least he's got his prize.
Lesbians.
It just seemed like it was really like not the time of the place.
That's a t-shirt.
Good tip.
Not the time.
Does anyone have any honourable mentions for TV series?
Rings of Power.
Yeah.
We said a little. I said a little bit about that.
The Boys, season 3.
Season 3.
Oh shit! Yeah, The Boys.
I'm gonna put in. No one's gonna pick this, but I quite enjoyed The Peacemaker with John Cena. No. Did anyone watch it?
I watched a couple episodes, but
it's so good, dude. I really enjoyed that.
The ending's meant to be really good.
It is good. You should carry on with it. It's really good. And go cool. I'm going to recommend one for yourself. If you haven't seen it, again, it's on Disney Plus. It's called The Bear.
Oh.
Watch it. Very good film. series. Very good series.
I've got one. I think I mentioned in the previous episode, which I was holding out for this episode. Severance on Apple.
Yes. I
it
still
out.
need to watch that.
Check it out, Dave. That's right up your alley as well.
I haven't got Apple though, so I need to find something.
There's
I haven't
another one.
got
I
Apple
forgot the
either.
name of it. It's on Paramount Plus. It's with Gordon Levitt, and it's about Uber. It's a story of
Oh,
Uber.
he's the guy who is like the
Yes.
manager of Uber or something.
Yeah, brilliant. I watched 2 episodes on the plane with
Have you
Big
wa-
J, and he loved it as well. So
Have you watched the Blockbuster thing on Netflix?
Yeah, I'm started.
terrible,
I
man.
started it.
It's bad.
It's fucking terrible. That show could have gone a different way. I'm not going to go into it now because we're,
I'm 2
gonna take
episodes
forever.
in.
But no, it's
not
fucking,
good.
it's shit, dude.
Oh,
It's shit.
because the hype was going to be good for it. Wasn't
They
it?
could have done it a certain way. They did it a different way. So bollocks to them. No, it was
It's
crap.
like Superstore. Superstore was
It's
way
not.
better.
It's nothing like Superstore.
No.
It was 100 times better than that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, right. So we've done the video games TV series. Let's go to the movies.
Right.
The movies. We're going to clash so much in this one. So before I do my top 3, I'm just going to say I, as a movie person, sucked this year. I did absolutely terrible with this year watching movies or seeing movies in the cinema. Okay, because we are 2 years after COVID, where the effect kicked in. Not many films have been made or produced, whatnot. There have been a couple that I wanted to go, but due to everyone going back to normal, 2 jobs, wife and kids, it's tough. It's tougher for me to get to a cinema. So please bear with my top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3 is The Northman.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Good
on my
film.
list.
Yes, on yours? Okay, so Northman,
Not on mine, but
Robert
we went-
Eager is like one of the best directors coming out there at the moment. He's done a great trilogy of films at the moment with The Lighthouse, The Witch, and now The Northman.
Yeah.
Everyone went to go see this film thinking that they were going to have like action-packed Viking sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I know of the man, so I knew what I was expecting when I was going to go see this.
If you watch The
And-
Lighthouse, it is weird.
Exactly, and it delivered everything that I wanted
yeah.
as a director. How it was
Didn't
shot.
we go to the cinema and watch it
We
together?
did go to cinema and watch it. How it was shot and everything.
Good
The
film.
littlest details we saw, like we saw the part where Valkyrie takes his body up to heaven. We thought she was wearing braces on her teeth,
And she
but it
wasn't.
turns out in those days they tattooed or
Tattooed their teeth.
filed their teeth into little hands on this. We were like, look, she's wearing fucking
That's
braces.
the
What a
level of
loser!
detail he put into it.
Some of the stuff in that is just crazy. It's beautifully shot for such a depressing
God,
film in
yeah,
a way.
yeah.
And the how the violence is used, but not. You don't see the violence. Does that make any sense as well?
It's a film I'd buy.
But as
Keeping a
a
collection.
revenge film, it delivers.
Yeah.
So it had to go on the list
Gotcha.
regardless.
Yeah.
Northman, number 3.
Yeah.
My number 2, I put this on the list because I think that this is going to be the rise of films now and how streaming services will be the next blockbusters.
Oh, no, you're
Prey is number 2.
My number 2 as well.
Number 2.
Sorry, my number 3 actually.
So
My number 3.
this movie has now paved the way for streaming services and
Very
making
good film.
blockbusters. It is going to be a revolutionary
We watched it
start.
here,
It's going to be a revolutionary start to people not going to cinema now.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, if they can produce
That.
amazing stuff like that,
Yeah.
what's the point of going to cinema?
Yeah.
Honestly, as much as it grieves me to say this, I love cinema. It's practically my church.
Yeah.
But if they're doing stuff like this at home,
Exactly.
and they're not going to release it in cinema, I had no choice but to watch it at home.
Yeah.
But as a movie itself, it has been the best one since Predator 2. I think in
Yes.
order Predator 1, 2, then this is my favourite.
I thought it was very, very good.
It was everything I wanted it to be. It has nice little nods to the other ones as well.
Yeah.
Nice little
The
end credit scene
revolver,
as
when he
well.
gives it a revolver. Yeah.
It went well with the evolution of the Predator itself, how it wasn't all mechanical, it wasn't all high tech, it was still
more like a
it was-
barbarian type.
Exactly, yeah. And when we eventually got to see it, and you still had your massive sci-fi element to it as well, with some of the gadgetry as well. Fucking awesome. And the fact that we watched it on my 40th, thank you guys for doing that, by the way, was also a blast to watch it at home. So, number 1 is probably the best cinema experience I've had with a comic book movie ever in a long time. Is The Batman.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be
My
number
number
1.
2.
I literally sat through this film.
You don't like Batman.
I
You
don't
didn't
like,
the
I
Nova.
don't like Batman,
Batman
but
was
as
very
this movie, I cannot get past it. That this was Batman to me without the bullshit of
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah,
Does that
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
How he's literally just Batman straight
That's
away.
how I
We
was
don't
gonna
need to
describe
go
it.
through another origin
No.
story. We don't need to sit through Bruce becoming Batman again. Straight off the bat,
Very
the beginning-
dark, very gritty,
Like the
exactly how it
second
should
line
have
of
been.
the film, he's like, "I've been Batman for 2 years. I am the Dark Knight. I am Vengeance. I am known as this." And the fact that we just go straight into like one of my favorite books of Batman, which is The Long Halloween. It's essentially that on film, with the Riddler being the Riddler as he should be as well. I'm not too sure about the Colin Farrell Penguin, but hopefully that will evolve at some point with future Batman films. I like the fact we see more of Batman than actually Bruce Wayne, because let's face it, we don't want to see a Batman film for Bruce Wayne. No. We want to see Batman.
So
and
the
fact he's done well in that, isn't
exactly.
He?
And the
There's
lack
so
of
many really good shots where he just walks out of darkness.
100%, yeah.
Come on.
And just the fact that he's walking, in front of cops and stuff, but just the way it's shot, the way it's personified, and the ending, how
don't spoil it, because I'm watching it now. It's fucking 3.5 hours long, and I was hoping to have it done before this. But I had to stop.
But that was my big issue with like some of the Dark Knight stuff. They started off where it had to be serious film, and then it didn't get less serious towards the end of the one. Whereas in this one, it's so realistic. Apart from one scene, obviously, I'm not going to go into it, but like certain parts where something happened, and then he does this, and he's like, I don't want to go into it because obviously David's seen it. But
the car as well.
I remember when we saw this film, the Batmobile, of course, But I remember when we saw this film, right? I sat with John to watch this, right? And when I watched this movie, it was probably one of the best cinema experiences I had since COVID, and I was quiet. And you know what I'm like when I saw cinema? I either snigger or I'd be like, whatever.
Tell them what I thought.
I was so dead quiet, right? John thought I was going to fucking hate this film.
Yeah. I honestly did, because he normally, like you say, he's quite animated.
We walked out of the cinema.
There was no word out of him. We walked out and I thought, oh, fuck it, he's hated the film.
We walked out of the cinema.
What do I say? Because I loved it. And I knew if I say, oh, that was a fantastic film, his next words were going to be, no, I thought it was shit.
First thing he said,
First
thing he said was, what do you think? And I was just like, that was amazing. Yeah. It was incredible.
And then I like this.
And it's like, fucking But I cannot deny it. Yeah. I mean, I was hoping something else would beat it, but again, I have not been to cinema as much to see another film that could be it. There probably is other stuff out there that is, what I wanted to beat it, but nothing did, in my opinion. And that's why has to be number one. Good old, I had my ways about Robert Pattinson being Batman, but let's face it, he fucking nailed it. And roll on the future of Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah.
John, number 3.
See, my number 3 is Prey.
Okay.
My number 2 is Batman.
Okay.
Yes, that's me done. But my number 1, I've got a film that beat it for me, personally, Banshees of Inisherin.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've done a film.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. How have you seen it?
Went to cinema.
Oh, did you?
Thanks
for the invite.
Yeah.
Without me.
Yeah, didn't invite me.
I didn't think you'd be interested.
Of course I would. I fucking love the director.
Anyway,
he did in Bruges. Yeah. It's like not being invited to Korea. Thanks.
Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly.
Just get stabbed both ends.
It's just John's going back to the old country.
Icing on the cake, isn't it?
But let me guess, because it's an island.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's because Colin Farrell and
Brian Gleeson.
Yeah. Because they first time back together since In Bruges.
Of course, yeah.
So I thought, right, I've got to go and see this. It's got to be good if they're both in it. And I wasn't really too bothered with the story, but when I had actually finished watching it, it hit really, really deep, because a similar thing that went through the film happened to me twice. That was why. But basically, it's about
He's going to take your getting deep and emotional. Remember, keep it under 20 minutes, John.
Colin Farrell's character.
And one sec.
It's story time with JK47.
Right, sorry, got off you go.
Soundbite.
Here we go. He has so many sound bites, doesn't he? Bloody hell.
That was recorded by
Basically,
the soundbite guy.
it's a tale of two guys who grew up together. They're the best of friends. They live on this little island off the coast of Ireland. There isn't many people living there, but these two guys are. And one of them basically outgrows the other. And he doesn't know how to tell him. So he just suddenly decides that he's not going to be his friend anymore. And so when Colin Farrell goes to see the guy, and the guy doesn't want to talk to him, he can't figure out why, and he just Gleeson just says to him, "Well, I'm just not friend. I just don't want to be friends with you anymore." So he goes back to see his sister, and he's really, really quiet. And the sister says to him, "What's the problem?" She said, "I thought you'd be down the pub with." Can't remember what his name in the film was now. And she goes, and he goes, "No." He said, "It's really, really strange." He said, "He doesn't want to talk to me anymore." And she said, "Well, maybe he's just being really quiet. He's probably having a bad day." But it turns out he really has outgrown him, and he can write poetry and music. So he decides that in time, when he dies, he wants to be remembered for having done something, attributed something to life. So he writes all this music. And the other guy, like Colin Farrell's character, is meant to be like the dumb one who's not going to achieve anything. So he can't figure out why Gleason's character doesn't like him. And even though Gleason's character keeps telling him why.
Don't tell us, because we'd like to watch it.
Yeah. Things happen and it goes really, really dark very quickly.
The big question I have here then, John, is which one are you? The one who wants to be intelligent and write poems and stuff, or the dumb
That's
one?
me.
You're not the dumb one.
No.
So you're saying you're going to outgrow me?
No. Like what
I was going to say,
Are you hinting at something?
that's
though?
why he didn't take you to it.
No.
Yes,
it's
right,
not
yeah.
that. It's not.
Because he
My-
bottled out. He was
No,
going to take you to
my-
the film and then turn to you.
And it's pretty much a subliminal message.
I've
Look, I've
outgrown you.
outgrown you.
Shut up and let me talk. I was born in London and I lived in London till I was 8. My mum and dad were very, very ill, and so my dad upped us as a family and moved us to Ireland, and so I lived there till I was 20. But while I was growing up there, I had obviously been schooled in London. So when I go over there and I'm in a classroom in Ireland, I'm literally a couple of classes ahead of the others. You know, I can read and they can't, that sort of thing, you know?
You're going to piss off a load of Irish people saying that.
Yeah, but not necessarily meant in that sense, but, you know what I mean? I finished school when I was like 12, ready to go to like secondary school and everything, and I didn't bother going because to me, they weren't teaching me anything. So I left. And then I've just found that my dad got me a job, and I just found that the same people, my friends, were every night in the same pub, sitting in the same chairs, drinking the same drinks, and it was every night. It was exactly the same. Finish work in the pub. And I got to a point where I thought, there's got to be more to life than this, and I didn't want to do this anymore. So I left, and I went and I came to England. So of course I'm watching this film, and I feel I've done better for myself and stuff. And I used to go back to Ireland on holiday, see my mother and stuff like that. And I'd go to the pub, and I soon stopped going to the pub because all those years later, those same people who I knew, who were friends with, I grew up with, went to work with, are in the same pub, in the same chair, drinking the same pint, exactly how I thought life was going to play out. And I was so glad that I left. So, of course, when I watched the film and I see this happen, it took me right back to all those years ago. And I just thought, I made the right decision in the end. Yeah, I did the right thing.
Yeah.
So,
And you're on a podcast you enjoy.
and I am, yes. You know.
That's quite deep, John. Well done.
Yeah, I mean,
That's G-level deep.
I'll never play that tune again, I'm sorry.
honestly,
You turned that around real, Dave.
it's a very, very good film. Like you say, he's a very good writer, a very good director.
Next time invite me, come.
Well,
He's
maybe we
outgrown
go.
you, Ant.
I would quite happily go and see it again. So if it's still
outgrown
on, we'll go.
Yes.
Anyway, that's
He's
my
outgrown
my
us.
three.
Nice. So go cool. 3 movies of the year. What is
Yes.
this?
Come on,
All right,
man.
number 3 is going to
Move
be...
the mic to him, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
G. Oh, this is...
Korea
extends.
cunt.
Look at him.
Korea cunt.
Hogs everything, including my chicken. Yeah, I was going to say.
And your women.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, God. All right, number 3 is Top Gun Maverick. Okay,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
seen
haven't
this?
seen it. But I wanna
Absolutely
see it.
amazing. Right, one of my favorites. So good.
There's 2 parts of the movie. I can carry on.
Story time.
Why'd you like it?
I like it because it's just so good.
Because it's the same fucking movie.
It's Top Gun. Yep.
Who was it? Top
was
Gun
like-
with the ending to Star Wars: A New Hope.
basically.
Yeah,
Who did we...
Yes.
Was it G that
Yes.
we blew his mind when we were like, the first one's really gay?
yeah.
You were
First
like,
one's
no.
super gay.
No, man, it ain't gay. And we were like, yeah, it is.
Then we told him 300 was gay, and he was like, "No, man, don't say that."
They're Spartans, isn't it?
I'm still scarred by that one in the most 300. I can't believe I never clocked onto that, but damn, that ruined.
Let's do a commentary corner.
No,
there.
I'm not
Let's see
watching
what
it. No,
happens.
I'm not watching it. No.
Anyway, go cool. Top Gun Maverick.
Right, Top Gun Maverick. Amazing. All the stunts were done in real life, and that's why it's number 3.
Yes. Okay.
Number 2 is going to be the Batman, right?
Oh,
Nice, yeah.
This is Batman, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It
It's
was
like
a good
you
movie.
said.
Come on.
Best Batman film.
It was a good movie, and it's like you said, dude. Like, you know, it's like, you know, you're seeing the Batman in like the real world, and you know, it's very dark and Yeah, it just worked
How
really
Batman
well.
should have been.
Absolutely. And
That phone call scene when in the church is
my
so gripping, man.
goodness.
It's like
Yeah. That's the
when
thing I
he's
remember from it.
trying to do the riddles in the amount of time. It's just so
it's
good, man.
insane. Exactly. And the guy who plays the villain, what's his name? Amazing. The Riddler.
Paul something his name is.
Yeah.
He's
incredible.
Yeah.
He's just
He's
so
a great
good.
actor.
It's a
anyway.
very different take
Definitely.
on the Riddler, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
It's
one
very,
it's one we needed
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
rather like a clowny.
Better than Jim
Yeah.
Carrey's
It's the
version.
whole creepy.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I actually started laughing in the cinema. Did you? Seriously, it's like, what is
Next
this?
time we go on a patrol late at night in an empty airport with G,
Yeah.
we'll just drop behind, and start playing that.
Yeah, when you both fucking come back to work, that is.
I am vengeance.
Yeah.
Just walk into a patch of light.
He has to be at work for
shadows.
more than a full shift. First.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Batman. And at number one, has anyone seen this movie? It's on Netflix. It's called All
Tell
Is
us what it
Quiet.
is first.
All Is Quiet on the Western Front.
Yes, it was my honorable mention. I love that
Man,
film.
that movie is one of the best
Very
war movies I've ever
very
seen.
good film.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
good.
Oh, there's
yeah.
my whole list taken.
Surprisingly.
I'll watch it tomorrow then.
Was that-
Is that your list?
Yeah.
No, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Platinum trophy.
I'm going to watch it
Nice.
myself. Yeah.
Oh, that's but dude, right, Dave? Incredible movie,
It's-
like, right?
Yeah, it's, if you like war
Yeah.
films, it's fucking gruesome, isn't it?
Lovely.
Mate,
Good,
you're so
good.
surprised. I was watching that.
brutal.
Being, yeah, and like, you know, it being historically correct.
Yeah.
I'm sure that this all happened in World War One, I think. But just like even the trench scenes,
Imagine
you know?
so.
It was just good to
That
see
was
it from the
all-
other side.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
That's
'Cause that's
But
never
did
been
you
done.
watch Downfall?
No.
It's basically Hitler's version
Yeah.
of the war. You
Yeah.
get to see it from
Oh.
his side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that blew my
That
mind
was good.
because, again, it was one that we never... Because we always see it from the British, the
Yeah,
American side,
yeah.
the good guy's side.
Yeah.
We never see it from the bad guy's side.
No,
and
that's
that's
the thing.
what I loved about this, is that it's
Exactly.
the realisation that these people are just... They have families.
Yeah.
They have...
Exactly.
You just
There
think
you
of them as
go.
evil
I just-
fuckers.
no,
It's
I-
like, no,
exactly.
they are actually real humans as
They
well,
just
you
wear a
know.
different
What's
uniform.
good about that film is it shows and showing a different point of view. It shows the stupid pig-headedness of the German
Yeah,
generals,
absolutely, yeah.
who are in a
Exactly.
position where they need to surrender, and they kind of know that, but they don't want to.
No.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Well-
But then they still go anyway
Yeah,
or something?
no, because spoilers. But I think
I haven't
everyone should
seen
watch
it. I
it.
haven't seen it yet. I
The-
wanna watch
right
it.
at the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
The-
it's a history,
last
so
bit.
you should know.
It's based on the
Yeah.
book. All
It's
part of
basically
it.
they surrender at a certain time.
Everyone
When
knew
they
that there
go
was
out
going to
killing
be
before that time. Basically,
that everyone knew that there was going to be a surrender and an armistice degree.
Armistice, right?
They
11
still-
o'clock.
And
Yeah, on the 11th.
the one German general goes, "No, we are not going home as cowards. We will go home as heroes, and we will die." And you know,
We
with
give
our
them hell
honour.
before we do.
We'll go with our honour. So everyone in all the troops who've gone through absolute hell are celebrating because they know that the armistice is
They're going
signed,
to go home to their families.
and they're going to go home, and then they're just like, "No, you've got to go and fight him again."
That broke my heart. I was watching that and
Yeah.
thinking, shit. And they look so scared. They're like, really? For fuck's sake, dude? Like, you know, going to go home.
But it's
only 2 hours
typical of
Yeah.
that period in history, like the stupid waste
Yeah.
of life,
Yeah.
because those people in charge were just
didn't give a shit.
and you know, it's my number 2, so I will chip in a little bit here, but it's so visceral
Really
and
most
brutal,
visceral
and
movie.
it's a very good film for showing absolute madness and pointlessness of war.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even the trenches were done
And
so
the,
well.
yeah,
The
but I
battle
mean
scenes in the trenches. So good.
it's horrible, and you've got like so many scenes in it that are really hard to watch. Like when he's just turned up, and someone goes, right, you go and collect dog tags,
Yeah.
and he's just going around, and it's a long sort of section where he's just walking down the trenches,
Bits of bodies, I suppose.
snapping the half off of the
Of the dog tags,
dog
isn't it?
tags.
Yeah.
And later on, you see
Yeah, how
people
it- how
with
it
a big chunk of
Yeah.
it in a bucket, and they're just going through them.
and
to
I love
like-
the way how it ends because
Yeah.
he kind of saves that kid, and then the
Yeah.
kids get told to collect the dog tags, and
Yeah,
he sees them at the end.
it brings it full circle, but
Yeah.
and even right at the beginning when you've got the you follow the
And the
first
uniform
guy,
gets
and
reused.
the uniform,
Yeah.
you see that you
that
follow
was
the
quite-
uniform going back. It's been done so well.
I love
And even the section where he shoots that guy that Frenchman in the crater, in the bomb crater.
I love that.
And
scene,
then he's like, "Think I'm fighting for my life," kind of thing. And then the
Tries to
guy's
save his life, isn't it?
well, yeah, because he's taking fucking 30 minutes to drown in his own blood.
Yeah, those trenches are deeper than you think they are.
And he's going, Well, no, they're in no man's land. And then he sort of comes around and he ends up trying to save him, but it's, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
He takes his bandage out and tries to plug it up, doesn't he?
And the bit where...
But he tries to smother him with dirt before to stop him gurgling. It's so horrible.
Exactly, because that's what they used to do back in the day. Like in the train, I didn't know that till after, but they used that as, in a weird way, almost like an antiseptic. But that was the only thing that's available on the battlefield, but to kind of close up those wounds and stuff.
Well, no, he's trying to choke him with it at one point.
He's trying to kill
his
him.
mouth, to shut him up because he's going... Because
he's going
to die.
And he's like, just die. And he's trying to put fucking soil and horrible in his mouth. And then he goes and sits on the other side of the crater and just watches him, this poor guy, who's no different from him in reality. You know? And then he goes... and tries to save him and give him some horrible water that's probably had bodies sitting in it. It was one of the most profound sort of movies to sit and watch and think, why the hell do we fight and send our young men into that horror? And even the people who survived were, scarred
for life after that.
Absolutely, yeah. It kind of, especially what's happening in the real world right now, with what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. It makes you think, isn't it? It kind of puts into perspective, nothing has changed. Technology, everything is advanced. Politics
and
advanced,
in that situation, it's just one person's stupid big-headedness of not wanting to lose face by losing.
Exactly.
And he'll still throw whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, repeat.
I went to Belgium and did a tour of the First World War battlefields. The cemeteries as well, and I'm fuck off. Jesus, and as good and all as that series, that film is going to be, because I know it's going to be good. You go out to where Passchendaele and all that, where those battles were, and you go to the graveyards and you walk in there, and there is like 50,000 white crosses. Yep. You have got no idea the scale. And you from the road you see it,
and that's just the bodies they know. There could be a hell of a lot more than that.
I went to a German one and at Rheinmark, and when you go in there, it's quite nicely done, and there's a little like an entrance vestibule and there's stuff on the walls and pictures, and it shows you at the time and what it looked like and stuff like that. And then you go in, and having been at the Allied ones. Which are, freshly mowed lawns, looking like lawns, and white, beautiful white crosses. And you go into this German one, and it's like in a wood, and it's dark, and all the gravestones are in the ground. And I walked in, and I thought, damn French, this is how they treat the German dead. All the Allies have got beautiful white crosses in their graveyards. They're all clean, and this one is dirty and it's dark. And it turns out that was like an honour to them, but it's not until you read the history on the walls that you realise that is how it should have been done.
Right.
And then there's this great bit of square. It's like 20 or 30 foot square. And it's full of flowers. And when you read a bit more about it, there's 40,000 bodies in a pit. That's a pit, and there's 40,000 soldiers in there. Jesus. They don't know who they are. They just scooped them up and. Like a mass grave.
Well, they still in the fields when the farmers harvest, they still turn up.
Bullets and helmets and
bomb shell fragments and things. They call it the Iron Harvest.
Yeah.
But anyway, carry on with your list.
Number 3.
Was that your number 1?
That's my number 1.
Nice.
Yeah. So mine's Western Front number 3. Number 2. Let me double check. Let's make sure I don't want to get it wrong.
Debbie does it.
Was it released this year?
Some Korean form.
Yep.
Batman, yeah.
The Batman.
Praise number 1. Wow.
What's number 1?
I was a bit like you, though. I've pretty much seen most of his films. I think I would have struggled for top 5.
What was your number 1?
Prey.
Prey, oh, okay.
Prey and Batman. Yeah. I think nothing else, I don't think it's worthy even in the top 5. These are the best I've seen all this year, to be honest.
I think, and hit the nail on the head. I've seen very, very few films this year.
Most
of it have been streamed, like you say.
When I watched Batman, I was a bit. There's things I don't like about it, but I rewatched it. Then I was like, you know what? Actually, some of the things they've done with him, it does stand out. And I can say that I think Robert Pattinson's on a good run here. I think it's a good starting ground.
Yeah, having seen him. Lighthouse and that, and him in that, I thought. I reckon he could do a good job.
Yeah,
it's Batman, and I do like
and
Batman film.
I'm glad. I think everyone was panning him before when he was doing it. He's like, he's too thingy and that, whatever. But I think he's won me over. And Prey, oh my god, outstanding film. I gutted. Like Ant said, they didn't come out on a movie, but what a film! What a film
For a streaming service,
Yeah, what a
absolutely,
film.
yeah.
100%.
And down to the last man, Dave.
Well,
bring it home, son.
It's all they've all been taken. So again, Northman number 3.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you'd seen it. or
I
not.
really like
Such
that.
a good film.
Northman is fantastic. The stylisation of it,
Yeah.
I really liked the way it was shot, the vengeance on it.
Yeah.
But what I just wanted to add to what you said, because you covered a lot of it, is I love how they show it, and I've probably said this before in one other episode, I'm pretty sure, but they show it through how they would have seen it. So you see the Valkyrie riding off.
Yes, yeah.
You see, there's one point where he has to retrieve a sword. It's been prophesied. There's a lot
yes.
about fate.
Isn't it yeah.
It's all about fate, and you have to think. We watch this stuff from our perspective now, where we know what the darkness is, we know what sickness is, we can explain it. It's you know, COVID. If you imagine if something like that happened back then, when they couldn't have the language or the comprehension to explain stuff like that, that would have taken on a mystical god vengeance thing like that. So, for example, I love the fact that he has to go into a barrow where an old warrior's grave to receive a prophesized blade that can only be unsheathed in night time or at the gates of hell.
Yes.
And you see that fight scene with him and the
It's like
Draugr. It's like a zombie warrior.
That's right.
And I was like, oh, that's so good. And then the next scene after he destroys it cuts to him just taking the sword off of the seated skeleton and it falls apart.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows you what is almost like his mind.
in his mind.
In his mind, because they would have believed that. They would have believed in prophecy and fate and gods and
I
monsters.
forgot about
and
that
things
scene.
like
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed that because that's
I'm glad,
a period of time that I really like a lot. And
Vikings.
you
Makes me want to play
immediately-
Blood Rage.
Yeah. And you immediately think it's going to be violence and like the TV series Vikings. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
advertised
a
like
different,
it, isn't it?
It's a different
Yeah,
feel
it's
to
a better
it.
take.
Very
on it.
good.
Yeah.
It should. I would recommend everyone watch that.
Nice.
My number 2 was All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
Don't need to say anything more on that. That is a powerful film. And if you like war films, it's better than 1917 for me.
Oh, 100%.
so
Yeah,
far.
absolutely.
What is that Mine film about the
Land of Mine.
Land of Mine. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that as well.
That's a Norwegian film, though.
And my number 1 was Prey.
Oh, it's pretty well. Wow.
Because it's so good. And like you say, this is a different format. So it's not gone to cinema. And traditionally, that was shit movies, straight to the VHS or straight
That's
to
the
DVD.
old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was shit. Nowadays, it's just showing that you can make really good stuff like that. And that is it was a new take on the Predator that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Taking it back to that setting
I called that a while
was
back, didn't
so
I?
good because you think they're just going to get wiped out.
Yeah.
And it was clever as well. It took me so long, stupidly long for me, to twig, because she says it's like twice, really obviously. This plant can like chill your blood or something like that. When and I was like, no, it's not twigged. And then I was like, oh god, they're going to use. She's going to instead of smearing cold mud. Instead of smearing cold mud on her, to
Couldn't see me.
she's going to take the So it was a fantastic film.
Yeah.
But because everything's been taken, and this was so close to being on my list, Clerks 3, I want to talk about.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen that yet.
I want to see what other people think of it.
Okay, my copy's coming
Because
next week, so
I think it's probably going to be divisive,
Okay.
potentially. But I went into it expecting it to be like a light-hearted. So I haven't really looked into it too much because I wanted to. I love.
There was
Kevin
a
Smith.
trailer, that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
But also, I love Kevin Smith, so I was probably going to
Same.
like it anyway. But this is you get yourself ready for it, Ant,
Okay.
because it's a bit of an emotional one.
Okay.
In ways. Do you know the premise of it lightly?
Yeah, so it's because he had a heart attack or not, so it's basically one of them.
It
They
basically
remake the film or something, isn't it?
feels, like this is Kevin Smith putting Kevin Smith on film and his real life, and you see things that happen in that film, and you're like, oh my god, that must have been what he's drawn from, probably his experiences from that.
Right.
And I'm not going to spoil it for you,
Yeah.
but some of the developments in it, you're like, oh my god, that's just like that affected me.
Okay.
And there's not an end scene after the credits, but watch the credits through because it plays a song about how awesome Jersey people are.
Okay.
When that finishes, Kevin Smith comes on in voiceover and says, I was going to end the whole thing with this, but I've decided to change it and end it like this. This is what I would have said.
Okay.
and then he says it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And it will probably speak to you because you worked at Blockbusters and
Sure.
things like that, and Kevin Smith obviously worked in the video rental store. You know, made his own film, Clerks,
Yep,
didn't he?
yep.
And they it comes full circle in a nice way. There's a lot of service to fans of the original.
Wow. Okay.
But I hope everyone else likes it because
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I could have easily downloaded this ages ago, but I thought I'd wait for the Blu-ray because I wanted to, watch it properly, sort of thing. But I'm looking forward to it now that you've said that, because I was worried it was going to be. Because let's face it, Kevin Smith's recent stuff hasn't been great. Let's face it. Ever since Red State, he's kind of gone downhill from there. So I was worried about Clerks 3. But now that you've said that, it's put that little glimmer of hope into me now to really look forward to it now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that now. Can't wait.
But yeah, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, how long ago was the Clerks 2 film?
2006.
That's so long.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that because, like,
16 years now?
well, Elias, you don't remember what he looked like
yeah.
at that? He looks so different.
Does he really?
Yeah, you're like, yeah. In my head, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago,
Wow.
but obviously it was.
Hey, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone have any honourable mentions for the movie side? I'll go to mine very quickly. Nope, by Jordan
Oh,
Peele.
yeah, shit, yeah. I forgot about that one.
I managed to get tears in my very, very good. I don't think it's as good as Us, but I did find it very good. I'm going to say it because it was another streaming service movie. Again, we're building up to the streaming service movies. The new Hellraiser is obviously pretty good.
I thought we were going to watch that together
I've already seen it. I've already seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw it way before.
because we were going to do a movie night.
Yeah, we are. We can still watch it because you and John haven't seen it. But
I want to see that so
But yeah,
bad.
Hellraiser's on there because again, it's another franchise which needed to be rebooted. I think it was done pretty well. It's the best one since number 2. So number 1, 2, and then this is definitely it. But as a streaming service movie, again, it's like, wow, how are we coming from Prey to this? And let's see what the future is for streaming service movies. All Quiet on the Western Front was going to be another one on there. Now, the other one I'm going to mention is not the greatest of films, but I think it's the experience I had with the film, because everyone showed up as a surprise for me, which was Jurassic World Dominion, was a secret cinema screening with everyone showing up there for my birthday. Fantastic and emotional experience. Like, no one saw me because I sat on my own for this one, but when I watched the movie, I wasn't really concentrating on the film. I had this biggest smile on my face that everyone was here for me.
Yep.
And as the movie goes, every time I watched it, I'll never forget that happened for me. Yeah. So I had to put it as an honourable mention. Not the greatest of movies, but the best experience ever having watching that film.
That's good.
I remember that.
So that's
An
my
honourable mention
mentions.
for me.
That was good to see your face when you came in.
Yeah, I bet it was. I was so fucking shocked, man.
Goku got his
Didn't
5
see it
minutes of
coming
fame.
in a million
For,
years.
like, people just, and just came in and he was so fucking confused. I've seen you. Wait.
I was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Yeah, it was so
And then
good.
it dawned
So
on
good.
him. Yeah.
And then obviously Goku got his claim to fame then as well.
Recognised.
That was so embarrassing. I
was
stood
both-
next to him the whole time where this guy's going, "Oh, you're on Ant's podcast, aren't you? Oh yeah." And,
I turned to Dave and I was like,
and you were like,
"Dave?"
"This must be my This is like."
He's gonna say my name right in a minute.
And I was just like, I'm not going to say anything because this guy obviously doesn't recognise my voice.
What would you have done though if he went, "Are you the bog standard Dave?" What would you have done?
Yeah.
Would you have been chuffed?
I'd have been happy.
Would you have been like John autographs?
Yeah.
That'd be so
So funny.
And then later on, we were talking, like when you do with people you haven't met before. It's like, oh, what's the first? Someone said, oh, like what's the first film you went to see at the cinema? And you were sitting near to me, and you went. Goku sort of went, oh, I thought it was. I can't remember what it was. It was this, and then I'm sure that guy said, oh, it was because it was. You said it in an episode.
I was like, shit.
No way.
Listen,
You
and he
should've
took
said,
note.
I bet you had the biggest smile on your face as well.
Yeah, I was like, wow, is it epic?
Sorry, John. What else are you honourable mention?
Lightyear.
Great movie.
Oh, the Buzz movie. Buzz Lightyear movie.
I really like that.
Do you know what? I think that was a bit deep for a kids' film. There's a very
God,
time
yeah.
travel element to it as well, or not?
Yeah, a lot of Pixar movies are doing that now, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're
very, very deep.
and-
It's like
Yeah.
you say, there's two meanings to everything. There's the kids.
Does anyone
version.
have? So go on.
Barbarian.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Oh man, is it good?
good.
Okay.
Right.
Has anyone got
I think you like it.
Has anyone got the worst film of 2022 at all?
Oh, crikey.
Jurassic Park. Sorry.
No, be honest.
No.
Be honest.
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that
Okay.
as much as.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't see much
I
in
got
the
Right,
cinema, so-
my one. Sorry, ladies, for saying this. Turning Red is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen on Disney Plus. No, I do not want to sit for a Pixar film about women's periods. No, fuck you.
Yes, that's what it's about, isn't
Yes.
it? I remember watching it thinking, what happened?
Yeah, it's all about women telling them their
Pixar movie.
periods.
That's what it's about.
Seriously,
A Pixar film about. Are you serious?
Women going on periods. Like, if you read between the lines, it's a movie about women coming
Oh
on.
my god!
Jeez.
They-
Yeah.
What
Fuck
depth
you,
will they
Pixar.
go to-
What a way
depth
to
will they go
end
to now?
the year 2022. On that note,
On that note, guys, thank you for doing
All right,
this.
good laugh.
Thank you for doing season 5 and all the other seasons we've been
enjoyed it
doing.
all, yeah.
Let's hope we can get through the next year, season 6, season 7.
Yes.
So we'll end it there, I think. Is anyone else got anything else to say? You want to throw in at all?
No, that's it.
No, to all our new listeners, to everyone that does listen, thank you for your support every time. We hope you've enjoyed the
Thank you,
content
guys.
that we've
Thank
been
you so
smashing out.
much.
Again, guys, you've been doing so well with the content. Not only have we done 20 episodes this year, we've done another 13 episodes of just Commentary Corner alone.
Yeah.
33 episodes in 1 year. I think that's more than enough to be done, really.
round of applause.
Hopefully, we can get Dave back next year for the proper spectacular season stuff. We'll come back to that.
Gutted, literally, but I missed that.
But yeah, thank you to everyone. Obviously, the guys from Meeple Minded Board, Super listening. Thank you guys for helping out this year with the board game episodes. Very, very appreciate. That was something that M.T.V.B was lacking, but you've done a bang up job this season,
good-
and I
they're
can't
good
thank you guys enough. Thank you very much.
Very good channel.
So yeah, we will end it there, guys. So if you like what you listen to, follow us on Facebook at the M.T.V.B podcast, or
On Instagram at M.T.V.B podcast.
On TikTok at MTV Podcast 197.
Or on Twitter at MTVB Podcast 1.
lovely, guys. Merry Christmas to you all, guys, and a happy 2023 to you all. Hopefully, it's a much better year for you, Dave. I swear to God, it is.
Happy New Year, everyone.
But yes, guys, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you all.
Yeah.
I'm joined around the table by...
JK47.
Goku the Charm Assist.
The Charm Assist.
AKA Grey Fox.
What?
Gal.
Box Standard Day.
and Bog Standard Day. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next year for Season 6.
Yay.
Good night.